Why is everyone always talking?
Yep, there it goes.
Take it.
So empty.
Oh yeah, invite sir.
If I wanna lose control, would you let me?
Everybody,
I think I need a dopamine.
invite you and then
Anything to
lobby.
make me feel alive. I promise in the morning I'll quit. I just wanna know if I survive. I think I need a dopamine. Anything to get me through the night. I promise in the morning I'll quit. Anything to get me through.
Alright,
Absolute cinema.
I might have you unmuted. Okay, you're good now. Sorry. I just realized, I was like, I tested to make sure that your mic was working and I forgot the colors on there. Hopefully no one joined in like the first like 60 seconds and heard you say absolute cinema. Okay, well, we're all getting that. Yeah, no, we fixed it already. Yeah. Jaeger is just saying absolute cinema. Excuse me. We're good now. Yeah, we're good. We're all good now. Yep.
Anything to get me through the night. I promise in the morning I'll quit. Anything to get me.
Yeah, no, you're muted on screen now. Everything's good now. It was just like. Oh, we're not.
I see you sitting on the edge of the bed. Wish I could tame the endless storm in your head. Days on the window, weather's crying along. You and my whispers are my favorite song. I'm holding memories you'll never forget. On and on, on and on. I'll be living in your heart. On and on, on and on. I'll be living in your heart. On and on, on and on. I'll be living in your heart. On and on, on and on. I'll be living in your heart. I see you sitting on the edge of the bed. Wish I could tame the endless storm in your head.
He puts it in 0 seconds remaining! He seems to be playing hard for it. Oh my goodness! What is this?
Doesn't get the touch he's looking for. Kato, Scott, oh, he gets the flick and he gets it through.
He's gonna get the shot. He's gonna put it in. Back to back. Backward. Can he find the touch? He's gonna put the shot on.
high off the backboard here. Opportunity. Here comes the shot.
Is this serious? Now, hold on. Surely this can. Oh my
Let's go
lord!
with the shot. It's gonna go in.
Oh, Copenhagen on the goal line. He did not win.
Nearly over!
Sweep. It comes through. The Venom, the improbable, the impossible, the 4-time champions. All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Nemesis Gaming League. It is officially opening day for season number 13. I'm Rockerman back in the booth, joined by one of my longtime friends here, joining us once again for season 13. We got Jaegers back in the booth. Jaegers, how are you doing?
I'm pretty excited, Austin. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's the first time we've had a Titan team playing week 1 in like the longest time, if I'm not mistaken. So should be a good one.
Oh yeah, it's been a hot minute. You know, obviously a lot of changes coming this season. You know, Titan League going back from 8 teams to 12 and then to 16 with that expansion draft. So it's good to have 16 teams back in the Titan League. And you know, because it's always just better when you have 16 teams in the Titan League. Just so many more skilled players up there.
Absolutely, the more the merrier, we always say. And I mean, Titan, that's the highest level we got, with 2Ks raining down on everybody. You know, mechanics galore. So it should be a good one. I'm super excited for it. We have 2 pretty good teams here, Austin. Your Pinnacle and LK's Venganza. But I mean, they're a little short-staffed tonight.
Yeah, they are a little bit potentially short-staffed here. Pinnacle doesn't look like they're going to have Kratos for this matchup. Going to be starting with Kyler, and then Venganza allegedly might not have LK. We're still waiting to see if he somehow appears in the lobby off of a different setup. But it looks like, you know, both teams are going to be missing, you know, some crucial players, you know, for this upcoming matchup.
Absolutely. I mean, your 2K Kratos, he actually won a chip with Venganza in the past, and on the flip side, you got Brandon, who's, you know, a Pinnacle legend.
Yeah, he used to be on Pinnacle. Brandon's been around for the longest time too, and you know, funny enough, Jaegers, there was almost a trade in the offseason for Pinnacle to acquire Brandon, which I think is very interesting. It didn't quite work out. It was after the boundary shifts, but he moves over from Nebula, traded from Nebula instead to Venganza to team back up with LK and Chef there. So all eyes are going to be on Brandon and company there to see what's going on with that one. But I mean, that just adds some more intrigue into, you know, a Titan League that's already going to be interesting for the season.
No, 100%. I mean, Venganza's a really storied team. I believe they have 2 chips, possibly 3 if I'm not mistaken. But that Victory org really has made a name for itself. Really lives up to the name Victory and all that.
Yeah, no, they really do. It's just I don't know. I don't even know what to call it. Symbolic, iconic. I don't know. Nine championships for the Victory org there. Venganza does have 3 in season 2, and then back-to-back in 10 and 11. So didn't quite get it done last season, but you know, they're trying to return to their former glory here, and we'll see if they're going to be able to do that here, as we're just we're waiting for them to get on in the lobby here, and it looks like they are going to join the lobby. So no LK. It's going to be Brandon, Chef, and Flakers there. But Jaegers, it looks like we got them all loaded up. It looks like everybody's just about ready. I got to hear from you. What is your prediction for this matchup? Who's going to take this victory and start the opening day off with a good win?
Opening day, you're going to love this prediction, Austin. I see it going to 4. I see Venganza taking it. I do see Pinnacle taking the first game, you know. But after that, I think it's going to be a gentleman's sweep. But look, let's let the play do its talking. You know, let's get right into it.
Yeah, no, it looks like they're just about ready to go, just testing it out. But yeah, you guys can get your predictions up in chat. Actually, I think they just closed, so you might have just missed out on the predictions. Well, you know, hey, unfortunate.
We'll bring it up, Austin.
Yeah. I looked over and it said 1 second on the prediction, so I was like, oh, well, that's just, you know, that's just unfortunate. But hey, you know, if you missed out, you can always predict.
Gotta be quicker than that.
It gotta be quicker than that. We'll see. You can get to the second one for our second matchup, which is sure to be another banger here. But we're just gonna double check to
let
make
everyone
sure.
know who you let everyone know who you would have picked.
There you go.
You know?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like we're just about ready to go. Just confirm with the players here. But yeah, opening day, always exciting here to see how things are going to turn out. And you know, I just can't wait to get it going here. As we're just waiting on both teams, and it looks like they're all good to go. So we're gonna get them joined on up here, Jaegers. Gonna be an exciting first match here of opening day, season 13. Gonna get underway in the Titan League here. We have Pinnacle taking on Venganza in an opening day showdown. Pinnacle in the blue with Cynical, Lucian, and Kyler, and then Venganza with Brandon, Chef, and Flakers. And Jaegers, as we get this match going, what are you really looking out for between these two teams?
I'm really looking to see how Pinnacle does. It looks like they have 3 rival ups who've not been in Titan before. So it's really interesting to see how they're going to acclimate to the level of play. Obviously, they grinded to that level, you know, but league play is just a little bit different. And on the flip side, I'm really interested to see this duo of Brandon and Chef, see what their chemistry looks like. And I mean, anytime Brandon's on the field, like I said, you know, it's just a higher level of play.
Yeah, no.
Be it 6-mans or comp.
Yeah, no. One of the most, you know, storied Nemesis members himself there. You know, multi-time All-Star. You know, MVP of the Titan League there. And, you know, he's just a player you always got to watch out for. Every season, he just finds a way to get himself involved here. Has a nice passing play set up. Lucian going to shoot it off the backboard. The follow-up is not going to go. Attempt there for Pinnacle as they're back in the zone. Kyler going to get beat out by Flakers. Pass across there, but that one going to bounce off Chef. Going to head back into the Venganza zone. And the demo comes through. This ball going to be sent up high by Lucian. Cynical trying to get to it. He can't quite get there. Kyler going to throw this one up high. No one quite ready. As a double commit does come out from Venganza there. This one can be cleared a long way. It's going back towards the net. Flakers, he's trying to get up to it, but he can't get to it, and Cynical is going to catch out the defense, and he is going to score the first goal of Season 13.
It just looks like a really awkward play for Flakers. Not enough boost. He looks like he had a little bit of a ghost touch, but a little too late. And Pinnacle going to start the Season 13 off right.
Yeah, and that's a good way to find your first goal. You know, a lot to be determined in the season. This one off the back. We're looking for the touch there. Oh my goodness, Chef. He almost threw that one down, but just off the crossbar. And you know, there's a lot of you know, mystery here, Jaegers, at the beginning of the season. You know, trying to figure out how you and your new roster is going to work out.
Yeah, no, a lot of teams have been doing scrims from what I've heard, but not all of them. And you know, the thing about scrims is it doesn't really give you too much practice for the real thing. You get your reps in, but nothing quite prepares you like Season 1, like Week 1.
Yeah, no. Once you get in that league play, it's just a whole different beast. Just a different animal, different level of competition. You know, than the scrim, than those ranked sessions, and both these teams. You know, like we mentioned, trying to start out on the right foot as this ball is popped up high. A big demo, an opportunity for a shot there. Kyler, he comes through, bangs it in, and Pinnacle finds their second.
And Kyler's a really mechanical player. I believe he won Prospect MVP a couple seasons back. The Switch demon himself switched over to PC and promptly hit the Titan ranks.
Yeah, no, and he's someone that, you know, you seemingly looks like the sub, but with Kratos' availability, a question mark. I know he was on Pinnacle last season before getting dropped and then eventually going to the Spartans. Is this one a big opportunity? Gonna ring off the post multiple times. Venganza, they couldn't quite put it down. Chef is trying to turn it back, but hold that thought, because that one, a couple of great opportunities, but Venganza, they cannot find the bottom of the net.
And yeah, I know that crossbar hit looked like me in ranked earlier, Austin. man, I guess no one's immune.
Yeah, no, you can't hide from the crossbar. It comes for everybody, even the Titan League players, the best of the best here. It's like the crossbar. You can't be denied. Here is Brandon trying to send this one in, looking for a double tap, but it's going to be saved away here as 1:40 remaining now. Pinnacle holding on to that 2-goal lead, but Venganza, trying to put on some offense. A little pass attempt here. Chef trying to get up to, but Cynical is going to meet him at the summit. It's Brandon sending this one back out toward the midfield. Kyler is up. Lucian also jumping there as Cynical is going to get a touch, but going to be demoed for his efforts. A little bit of control here. Lucian going to be blocked away, sent back down. And now just about a minute remaining here, Jaegers. And this one, a little bit dangerous. Flaker's gonna have to get the touch, but what do you need to see here from Venganza to try to put 2 in the back of the net and try to at least force overtime?
Well, I really can't explain it, Austin, but Venganza's rotations just look slightly off. It makes you wonder if they just maybe practice mostly with LK and, you know, they hadn't really practiced too much with this roster. I know that's a big thing, that Titans don't really scrim. They don't practice. They just show up and play. So maybe it's biting them in the back a little.
Yeah, it might be here, as you know, it is still, you know, game 1 of week 1 here, so a lot to be determined. This one, a dunk attempt gonna come through, but it's denied away. As now final 30 seconds, Venganza trying to make something happen.
Oh,
holy goodness,
50.
a big dunk comes across and the follow comes through from Brandon, but what a dunk on that pass.
Yeah, no, what a beautiful dunk. I mean, if it wasn't for the crossbar making that lovely sound, it looked like it was going to go in. But nice pass by Chef and just a beautiful shot by Brandon. Perfect placement. And, you know, this one's still in reach for Venganza.
It is, but it might not be for long. This one is going to ring off the crossbar on the other end. And Pinnacle had an opportunity to seal the deal. And now Venganza trying to counter back here. This one off to the side. Brandon, he can't find that touch. Cynical. He's just going to bang it a long way, wasting precious time. Going to try to find this read. He's keeping around towards the net. Out of the midfield. Lucian going to send it down. Venganza, can they keep this ball up? It's heading back. Cynical, he doesn't have a lot of boost. It's just him back there trying to put it down. But it will touch finally. And Pinnacle going to hold on and win a big game at number 1.
Yeah, no, Pinnacle did extremely well. They really came out that first minute swinging. Venganza did what they could. They really shored up the defense on the latter half. I mean, not a lot of saves on their end, but the rotations were looking a little bit smoother, not really giving Pinnacle too much room to operate. But a little too late with that goal, and let's see if they pick it up in game number 2.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that Venganza did have, which was, you know, pretty solid, was that pressure. I believe 10 shots to 7 in that last game. So they really found that pressure, but they just couldn't break through that Pinnacle defense in game number 1. And now as we head into game number 2, we'll see what they have here. As a big demo gonna come through. And Chef, he's got an opportunity, but no, he skies it. Oh no, I'm not sure if that one was one he could have hit in, but I'm sure it's gonna be one he wants back. As that one, a good start for Venganza, but you don't find the back of the net.
Yeah, no, may need to pull out the shooting packs also. I don't know, and we have a potential for a good shot, but Lucian, not enough boost to attempt the double. But yeah, no, I mean, Venganza, let's see if they'll, that's just a fluke or if they're going to end up wanting that one back.
Yeah, no, that one is going to hurt. Had a lot of shots in the last game. We'll see if they can find a couple more here. Is this one going to bounce off the corner? Ball's up high. Kyler going to try to find it. That one just going to go off the crossbar. Brandon might have got a little piece of that one. This one up, Chef. He's looking out for Brandon, but Kyler quick to the ball. Able to get all over that one. This one popped up high. Cynical. Going to send it off to the corner there. Going to stay with it. This one off the backboard. Follow-up attempt. This is going to be denied, though. This one sent back in by Cynical. Going just off the mark, but he is going to find the demo. Could open up an opportunity for a shot, but no connection going to come through there. As this one is up high. Lucian going to be first to this ball. And it seems like right now is a bump attempt going to come through. It seems like for the most part here, Jaegers, I feel like Pinnacle is just beating Venganza to the ball.
They really are. They just look a whole lot quicker, and they're just up earlier. And you know, I wonder if these Pinnacle guys knew that Kratos wasn't going to end up being here and just got their reps in early. It just looks like two different levels of rotation, and a potential nice shot by Cynical, not quite able to put it away. But I mean, these Pinnacle rotations are looking extremely good right now.
Yeah, they're looking solid. You know, maybe sans the first 10 seconds or so, but still a 0-0 ball game. Venganza's not able to capitalize. They do double commit here. Cynical, last man back. Chef looking across for that pass there, but not quite able to connect. The Chef again, gonna pop this one up high, trying to stay with it. Lucian, gonna be in a tough spot. Chef, he's trying to drop it down, but can't quite find it. That one gonna ring just off the side there. Can't quite get it down as the game is going to stay tied at 0. Cynical up to Lucian. Off the backboard. Doesn't have the boost to follow. Does he leave it for a teammate? Opportunity, but that one's going to be skied by Cynical. Kyler going off the backboard. A great touch, though, by Chef to put it away. And we're seeing some shaky shots here from both sides right now.
It really looks like both sides are just allergic to scoring. They both had opportunities to open net right in front of them, a golden ticket, and then they just decide not to go.
Yeah, they just have been unable to capitalize. This one is a wide open net. Brandon out to Chef, gonna put it in, and hey, what better way to beat some allergies than a wide open net?
Absolutely. Chef just gonna escort that one in. Just had to double check. Just had to make sure it was in,
Hey, you got to secure it, especially when you get in league play here, especially after dropping the first game, trying to bounce back. You need all the goals you can get there, especially like we saw with the crossbar earlier, but they do find that one, and now an opportunity. This one shot towards net. Brandon is going to find a touch. He's getting dribbled out, though. Chef going to find one, going to find a 50 up in the midfield. Lucian, a big team bump, though, as Kyler is going to grab that one, push it off to the side. Can be pushed back, but Flakers, a big missed touch there, and Kyler is going to dunk through, and Pinnacle are going to tie this game up.
Yeah, it looks like Flakers did a little backflip, and Kyler just kept driving straight. And, if that's not a recipe for goals, I don't know what is, Austin. It's working for Pinnacle.
Yeah, they're just keeping the pressure on and really putting Venganza in some tough spots there. As now Kyler, he's taking it up, going to avoid the bump. Brandon to the backboard. A touch comes through. Cynical off the corner. That one going to be 50'd out. Chef is going to race down for this one, looking for the shot. A banger of a shot by Lucian. Oh, my goodness. He barely got to that one, as that was an absolute crazy shot there from Chef. This one off the backboard. Chef trying to come through again. 50 comes out. Lucian now trying to come through. Flakers gonna get it by 2. Cynical is getting harassed there, and that angle is gonna go in. Oh my goodness, Flakers from the corner.
That was nasty. Nice shot by Flakers, just up and over the defense. Cynical just slightly on the sidewall. The double jump's gonna push him out the way, and you don't get much better placement than that, Austin.
Yeah, no, what a placement from Flakers, and that demo there from Chef, or the bump, excuse me, really set that one up, putting Cynical in an awkward spot as Brandon. He's got a flip reset, can't quite use it though. It's just pushed down. Chef. Now a minute remaining. Venganza find themselves in the lead here, but only by 1. Pinnacle can see if they can bring this one back. Lucian gonna find a flip reset, dropping this one down. Kyler gonna find that one off the backboard. Opportunity, dropping it down, but Kyler can't quite get the touch. Cynical goes wide there. This one gonna be cleared a long way. Lucian gonna find that touch, dropping it down. Chef off the corner, gonna find the 50. Again off the sidewall. Cynical can't quite find that touch, but Lucian is gonna find that touch, sending it down, but a great save comes through. As now we're down to the final 30 seconds. The ball is up. Brandon gonna keep this one up high, trying to stay with it. Kyler gonna block him out there. Flakers gonna take a little bit of a dribble, but a big missed touch again. Lucian comes through, and he's gonna tie it up.
Austin, sometimes you have to slow the ball down. That was not one of those times. And in that situation, Flakers just need to clear the ball, get out of his defensive end, away from any threat. And instead, we're at a tie ball game.
Yeah, I think he had Chef in the corner, too, if he just wanted to send it out there. But instead, Pinnacle gonna tie this one up. Cynical with a big bump. Here comes Lucian, trying to fire it through, but Chef on the goal line, gonna block it away. Kyler is there. This one might just go all the way. Flakers, he's gonna redeem himself again, and Venganza gonna take the lead with 6 seconds left.
Immediate retribution by Flakers. Just gotta get a nice flip 50 off the sidewall. We call that calculator around here, Austin.
Yeah, I believe so. Just a big 50, and now last opportunity here for Pinnacle. Kyler, he's going to get it around the defense. Does he have someone down there? Cynical is out there. It's a little bit wide. That one could be blocked away into the corner. Venganza trying to get this one out. Chef out in midfield. Kyler trying to get up this one. He's going to get it by 1. Chef is there. Can he put it down? Kyler finds a touch. Cynical is up for it, but a pinch comes through. It's going to touch the ground. Venganza is going to survive there. A little bit of a chaotic game at number 2, but we are all tied up at 1 apiece.
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, good on Flakes, letting in that last goal and then immediately getting it back for the win. For a second there, I thought we were going to OT, Austin.
Yeah, it did look like it. And, fortunately for Venganza, they do survive. They do push that one in the net there. no looking back at any earlier mistakes. They found the win, and that's what really matters right there, as they are going to tie the series up at 1 apiece. And yeah, just a solid showing there from them in that one. There were a couple mistakes, Jaegers, but for the most part, Venganza, they locked in and they got the goals when they mattered.
Yeah, no, the rotations looked a lot better in that one, Austin. They looked more like they knew what they were doing. It wasn't good starting off. I mean, Flakers had a couple mistakes, had a couple goals. At the end of the day, what mistakes? They got the win, and that's what matters.
Yeah, all that matters is that win column right there, and Gonza is able to find that game win as Chef dropping this one down. Kyler gonna be forced to send that one into the corner here. Now we're all tied at 1 apiece. Cynical trying to bring this one down, but Brandon gonna use all his boost to get up this one. Kyler trying to find that block, but a great win by Chef. As Lucian gonna send it over the top of Flakers into the corner. Lucian gonna try to find another touch. Kyler looking to help out, sending that one down, but Chef is gonna find this one in. A big game number 3 here, Jaegers, to see who's gonna come out with the offense. We saw Pinnacle take a big game 1, and then Venganza able to answer back, and now winner of this one gonna put themselves on match point.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it looks like this Venganza's roster's rotations are looking more and more clean as time goes on. One thing I've noticed from them is they've had a lot of balls go across the opponent's net, Pinnacle's net, but just no one really to convert. It looks like when someone's on offense, they don't really have anyone there being the second man. And I feel like once they get that figured out, they're going to have a lot more goals. Instead, Kyler on the flip side really showing out for this Pinnacle squad, going to put his team up by 1 in this pivotal game 3.
Yeah, and the technical sub here to start the season, no Kratos, got some big shoes to fill, but he's going to fill them right there, finding the back of the net. Reminder, Venganza also still without LK, but there's a big MMR discrepancy between those two teams. That ball a little bit dangerous. Brandon gonna try to come through. He's taking it slow, trying to find the 50. It's gonna be sent back down. A little bit of craziness on the kickoff, but these two teams are going
nice
ultra aggro, but Lucian is gonna pre-jump that one. Brandon couldn't quite get it down. And, hey, both these teams right now trying to turn it up a little bit. Oh my goodness, that angle. Chef, he couldn't quite hit it down, though.
Yeah, no, I mean, both these teams figuring it out, but I mean, they're starting to speed it up. The more comfortable they get, the more they're starting to show out. And, that first game, not only is it the first game of the season, it's the first game on stream, and it's always, unless you played on stream before, even though it's been a minute, it's going to be a little bit awkward. You're going to be a little bit nervous no matter who you are.
Yeah,
but both these teams really seem to have settled down.
No, yeah, the nerves can get to you, but eventually you just kind of break through. Usually after game 1, game 2, you kind of break through those nerves, and all these players here pretty much, except for maybe Flakers, have been used to Nemesis streams. Is this one a nice little touch pass off the backboard, and they're gonna leave it there for Flakers, who's gonna send it in. Venganza gonna tie this one up.
And that was a good lead by Chef. He didn't have the angle, put trust in Flakers. Interested to hear what those comms would have sounded like, and we have a tie ball game.
Yeah, I'm sure the faking was coming through there from Chef, and he was ready for that one. Flaker's gonna send that one in the back of the net, and Venganza gonna tie this game number 3 up here as Chef is gonna try to find a touch. He's dropping it down, looking for that one, but Pinnacle just in time on the defensive end. Kyler doesn't have a lot of boost, gonna just push that one out. But Brandon, he's gonna be on top of that one, gonna bang it back. Cynical gonna throw that one off the wall, and Lucian gonna help him out with that one. Flakers gonna put this one off the backboard. A little bit of a side flip from Cynical, but he's able to recover. As Kyler can't quite find that touch. Cynical off the corner. Chef coming through, looking for this one. Brandon trying to find the angle. Oh my gosh, that one was looking nasty, but the defense holds on just enough there. As Cynical gonna look to just bang this one. Brandon forced to take it to the backboard. Gonna find that second touch. Now Cynical again sending this one back, trying to do something mechanical. You're gonna find the 50, but him and Kyler both double. Lucian though still going through, trying to push it in. A minute 45 remaining. Both these teams still tied at 1 apiece as the demo comes across the net. That one can be turned back. A nice little passing play, but Kyler, it's just a little bit too far for him to finish off, and we're gonna remain tied at 1 apiece.
Yeah, no, I mean, almost by Pinnacle. They had a nice little possession there, a good amount of aggression. It didn't quite pay off. but both these teams playing extremely well, even though they don't have their main rosters.
Yeah, no, starting out strong, and both these teams kind of adapted. Here's Brandon. Oh my goodness, he almost just hit that ball. It looked like it was so close to be headed right towards the Pinnacle net. Unfortunately for him, not quite meant to be. Is this one gonna be popped up by Brandon now? Looking for the flip, gonna find one, gonna fake it by one. Lucian. Brandon just gonna go for that 50, gonna keep the possession around for Venganza. His Flakers gonna throw this one off the corner. Flakers looking for a little infield, but just a little bit too far for Chef right there. Is Chef and Brandon both up on this ball. Could be dangerous. Cynical gonna bang it down, but Flakers, good positioning. Able to be back there for that one, and a nice touch. It's just Kyler back. Gonna try to corral this one, but he can't get it. And Flakers, no, he can't hit that one on target there. Another big opportunity as Cynical is trying to make some moves. Final 30 seconds here of regulation. We might see overtime. Chef trying to find something nasty there, but Brandon instead gonna send this one off the backboard, looking for another touch, but that one going to be sent down. Will we see overtime here? This one off the backboard. Flakers sends this one up high. Kyler is coming through. The bump attempt from Cynical. That one towards the net of Flakers. He's going to get back there just in time. Can they find something in the last seconds of regulation? This one off the corner. Lucian going to find a touch. Going to look to push it out. Kyler is sending that one down in the Venganza zone, but will it stay up there? Brandon, he is going to keep it for a second. This one's going to be sent down. Chef is also going to keep it. It's heading back towards Pinnacle's net, dropping it down, but no one quite there in time. And overtime here in game number 3.
Yeah, no, that was a crazy back and forth, Austin. I mean, like I was saying earlier, like with Venganza, that was a nice pass.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? That was a nice shot. That was a nice shot by Flakers. I was not expecting that. You know what? Good on him, man.
Holy moly, that was insane.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, Venganza's been having trouble passing it to the middle. Flakers just decides to put it in the back of the net. You know, game is game.
And that's a second shot we've seen like that, Jaegers. If there's one thing this man Flakers can do, it's hit those corner reads, because that was just another insane angle from the corner, able to send it in the back of the net. And he's going to give Venganza the 2-1 lead now.
Yeah, dude's just a sniper. You know, just puts it in the back of the net. Good on him, man.
Yeah, no, that was a crazy angle, a crazy way to end that overtime, a short overtime, but it's gonna go the way of Venganza. So they battle back here, now up 2-1 as we head to the lovely Forbidden Temple here for game number 4. And you know, as we head into this one, Jaegers, I gotta ask, what do you need to see from Pinnacle to battle back from this one to try to force a game 5?
Well, they've had like moments where they've got really aggressive. They start putting shots on target, and they're going for demos, taking out that Venganza backline, but really nothing of substance from them. They're just not putting in the back of the net. They have flashy plays, you know. They're just not doing what they have to do at the end of the day to put it in. Like Venganza's just simply outplaying them as far as passing goes. I do think this Pinnacle team does have potential to come back and win. They just need to start putting in the back of the net, Austin.
Yeah, gotta find a way through here. They've had a couple opportunities, but Venganza has survived. It's a great touch. It's going to be sent down. Cynical going to put it over the top of one, but Chef is there. This one off the sidewall. Chef trying to find that read. Almost able to send it down. A big demo, though, comes through. Is Cynical trying to get it out to Kyler. He's going to find the 50 with Flakers. He's going to send it off to the side. Pre-jump attempt here. Coming through, trying to block it off. Avoiding that air dribble bump. This one again sent up high. Just floating there. Gonna find a flip there, trying to use it maybe on the 50. Maybe didn't even have it after all. Is that one gonna be pushed back here? Forbidden Temple, the ball just staying up real high. Lucian looking to send it out, gonna pop it over the top of one. But the second one, it's gonna come across towards the net. Kyler trying to find it, it's gonna go off the post. Chef is also gonna hit it off the post. Another one where we've seen the post be unkind.
Yeah, no, I mean the post has not been good to Pinnacle this series. Not at all. I mean they've had some good shots, but I mean they've had too many open net misses.
Yeah, no, you gotta capitalize on your opportunity, especially here, you know, probably being the underdogs, I would say, in this series without Kratos. Venganza again without LK, but big MMR discrepancy between Kratos, the #1 overall pick, and LK, the GM. No disrespect to him, great player, but there is a difference for sure. But regardless here, Venganza still holding strong. Pinnacle trying to push this one through. Chef gonna block this one up high. Cynical with an opportunity, trying to go low and slow, and he is gonna get it around the defense.
And what Bagels always say, it's a slow bouncer, something like that. Regardless, you know, I mean, that's not the shot I was expecting to go in on Pinnacle's end, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. You take what you get, and Pinnacle's up one in this. Dare I say Pinnacle? Dare I say pivotal? Excuse me, game 4.
Yeah, pivotal. I would agree here. As I think the phrase is, it's a slow roller. As this one might be a slow roller towards the other net there. Brandon is going to put it in. Venganza finding the answer.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, it just works. I mean, Brandon was all alone. Lucian, a little bit awkward positioning. I mean, not much he could do there. And Venganza gets it right back.
Yeah, Venganza going to find that answer there from Brandon. Just what you'd expect with that massive trade in the offseason. You know, a lot of eyes are going to be on Mr. Brandon this season to see what he can do. You know, obviously perennial MVP contender in the Titan League. And, you know, Venganza spent a lot of picks to try to get him. They believe that he can lead them back to their 4th championship. He was able to tie that game up right there. This one off the backboard. Chef trying to come through. Gonna pop it up high. Brandon and Flakers both go for this one. Brandon off the backboard. Trying to pinch it down. It's just dropping. Kyler, he's gonna send it dangerously across the net, but able to take control. Gonna find a 50. It's dropping down. A little bit of a double commit. This one off the backboard. Brandon can't find the touch. Where's the follow? No one quite ready from Pinnacle. Not there in time. And another opportunity where they just weren't quite ready. As Cynical is just bumping in the net. Here comes Lucian gonna put the shot in, and the bumps, they work.
Yeah, I kind of noticed as Kyler was going up. I mean, that Venganza player just getting absolutely bullied back into the net. And I mean, you know, whenever something's about to fall, you know, but you don't have time to catch it, that's what was happening there.
That is kind of what it felt like right there. You knew what was coming, and still they couldn't quite get up to save that ball. Chef not there, and that's what we've seen from that duo as Lucian trying to fire this one through. Kyler looking to come out. Big 50, an opportunity, but Lucian, he can't turn it there. Oh, that was a tough one. Could have put another one away. Lucian still trying to get back to it, send it across, but that's what we saw from this team. You know, Lucian and Cynical last season, the runners-up in the rival league there, them and Chad, they were very aggressive on those bumps and demos as Chef is looking to style on him. This ball drop it down. Kyler, it's going to make a touch, so you know those bumps and those demos are going to come through from Cynical and Lucian, and you just got to try to avoid them. Could not quite do it on that last possession, but now a minute remaining here for Venganza to try to find someone, or try to find something, excuse me. Otherwise, we'll be heading to a game 5.
Yeah, no, I mean, you don't want to go to game 5 as a team that's up going into game 4. I mean, that you just want to put it away. You don't want to give the other team a chance at life. You know, unfortunately, if Venganza doesn't fix something here, that looks exactly like the direction we're going.
They do have a lot of pressure, but that one is going to be cleared out. Brandon, he's coming back through. Cynical, going to meet him right in the midfield. As Venganza, they're trying to turn on the pressure, trying to avoid this one. It's sent towards net. Cynical has to get up. He does. Kyler is jumping for this one. It's going to go over Flakers. And final chance here for Venganza. Will we see a game 5 on opening day here? This ball sent back off to the side. Brandon trying to find something. He's going to find a fake. Instead, no, it's going to bump off Flakers. That one was a chance to keep it around Cynical. He's going to send it a long way. Kyler and him double committing here. Boost stolen in the corner. Venganza, can they keep it up? This one sent off to the corner. The ball gonna touch the ground. And of course, what else would we expect from the newly expanded Titan League about game 5 on opening day?
I mean, that's how you get it started. Overtime, game 5, you know, opening night. What more can you ask for from the Titan League?
Yeah, it's gonna be, I mean, crazy match thus far here. Jaegers, you know, a lot of storylines coming in this season. You know, Pinnacle trading up to get Kratos with that #1 pick. Venganza making the blockbuster trade to get Brandon back in the org here. And, you know, now it comes down to, you know, one game here. Who is going to come out in game number 5 and start the season off on the right foot?
Yeah, no, I'm still sticking with my prior prediction, Venganza. But I mean, Pinnacle's really made it a hard decision. You know, they've been playing extremely well. all very good players. They are punching up a little bit, being that's 3 1700s, but they've really shown up and shown out on stream.
Yeah, they really have, but it all comes down to game 5. This one will determine who is going to win the first match of season 13. Will it be Pinnacle? Will it be Venganza? It's time to find out here. So the ball's going to start off in the Pinnacle end, but not for too long. It's sent back. Brandon looking to corral this one, gonna bang that one out off to the sidewall. Flaker's trying to get there, but he's getting cut off by Kyler. Cynical off the ceiling, looking to find something. Gonna find that 50 as Lucian taking control. Brandon gonna find a 50 right towards the net. Kyler is gonna have to get up there in time to block that one away. So a big 50 comes through. Pre-jump here from Lucian, trying to block Flakers out. He's going to send it up high. It's just Brandon back there. Not a lot of boost to work with. Cynical on the dribble, trying to flick it through, but that one is going to be pushed off to the side here. And we are going to stay scoreless in game number 5. About the first minute or so gone by.
Yeah, no, and a little bit of tomfoolery, like what you were saying. I mean, was it Lucian Cynical playing in rival bumps galore? They're bringing that play style up to the Titan League, and it looks like it's working for them. Unfortunately for Venganza, they just keep getting bullied.
Oh, is this one a dangerous ball? They're almost able to find it through. Venganza, another great opportunity, but they can't quite make it happen there. But yeah, those bumps, they can be so deadly. And, you know, Lucian does have a little bit of Titan League experience, but this is the first time we've seen Cynical, you know, get up this high and play in the Titan League. He's definitely going to be a player, you know, in my eyes, to watch out for in the Titan League, to see how he performs with how well he did in Rival last season. But right now, it's all about game 5 here. 3 minutes 15 left in this one. Dribble attempt come through. Kyler going to block that one. It's off to the side. Cynical trying to get to that one. It's off the corner. Big opportunity here. Lucian going to send it down to Cynical. Back across. Maybe looking for Kyler, but not quite going to find it that time. Kyler is going to get it around one with Flakers. Sending it back towards the net. A 50 is going to come through. Sending it off to the side here. Dribble attempt here. No boost for Lucian. Just going to block that one, Brandon. Going to push it again up to the side there. As this one, Flakers going to send it down and going to be pushed off again. And we still remain scoreless between these two teams. So the big miss comes through. Lucian got the panic to get back to that one. He's able to send it off to the side, but it's looking like one of these games, Jaegers, where one mistake could just spell the doom. Is this one just going to go a little bit wide?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it's so close. You don't want to be that player that makes that mistake, and that makes everything more and more stressful. Nice flick by Chef, but Cynical's going to hit it away, and the ball's awkwardly in front, and Pinnacle going to strike first. A little bit misplay on Venganza's defense, and Lucian makes them pay, putting it in the back of the net.
Yeah, Brandon really wanted to get that double tap, but he couldn't find it to keep it close to the wall. Instead, the ball goes across, and who else but Lucian sitting there waiting for that snipe, and it's going to be Pinnacle striking first in game number 5 here. Trying to pull off a little bit of a mini upset here in game number 1. Is this ball off the backboard? Another one coming through. The ball up in the midfield. Cynical, he's hunting for Brandon. The ball is out there. Just a bang towards net. Kyler. He's going to have plenty of time to get a touch on that one. Going to find another one by the defense. Cynical trying to race out that one. Dangerous. Lucian going to get out to that one. Brandon, he's got some boost to work with. He is going to keep it high towards the Pinnacle end. Cynical taking this one up high. Chef, he finds a touch, trying to find a 50, but it's sent back down off to the side here. This ball pinched back up. Brandon looking to send it towards the net, just denied away. Lucian, they're going to push this one out. A minute and a half remaining here, Jaegers. Venganza got to put the pressure on. What do you need to see from them to try to put a goal in the back of the net and tie this one up?
I need to see some more passing plays from Venganza. They're extremely creative the first few games in terms of goal-scoring opportunities. They haven't been as of late. Chef getting a nice shot there. But, I mean, Pinnacle is just not letting them operate, opting instead to play bang ball to keep Venganza out of their half.
Oh, as Chef, he's trying to find something there. Big 50 comes up here. Flakers, he's got some boost to work with, sending that one towards the backboard. It's a little bit awkward there. Cynical, though, he's going to clear it away. A demo is going to alleviate some of that pressure, but the time is ticking here for Venganza as that one's paying towards the net. Flakers has to get up to it here. One again, across, dangerous ball, shot towards the bottom, but it's going to be saved. Venganza, a little bit of a pseudo triple commit there. As Lucian gonna find that block. Brandon, he's by 2. Can he put it towards the net? He's trying to find the read. He's dropping down. Shep, he can't quite get it through. Kyler is there just in time, but the ball is still in Pinnacle's end. Cynical off the wall. Brandon trying to stop this one. It's in the corner. Lucian waiting, but this one is trying to pop up. A big touch out the midfield flankers. He's sending it towards net. Cynical makes the touch, but Venganza, they're still on the pressure here. The ball is dropping down in front of the net. It's off the post. The follow, but Cynical denies it away. There's 15 seconds remaining. Venganza, they almost put it in, but they're not done yet. It's Chef towards the net. Kyler, he's going to clear it off to the side. Flakers off the backboard now. Venganza still threatening, but the clear, it's going to be sent down. Last opportunity here. Venganza, what can they do here? Chef, he's taking it up. Chef's going to be bumped off. Can they put this one down? Flakers towards the net there. It's dropped down, though, and Pinnacle comes through in game number 5 to secure the opening day win.
Yeah, that was an insane last stand by Pinnacle. It looked like Venganza put it all together in the last 30 seconds or so, and they just were not able to put it away. Venganza, Pinnacle, just too strong on defense. We talk about the mountain, but that was a wall right there, you know. And Pinnacle did extremely well keeping Venganza out of the back of their net.
I mean, yeah, that was an impressive defensive showing. Venganza led 10-3 in the shot department. Pinnacle racked up 8 saves to keep that one out of the net, and you know that's a huge win right there, Jaegers, for this Pinnacle team. You know, obviously we mentioned the absence of Kratos, but they still find a way to come through, and you know they honestly looked pretty solid doing it.
Honestly, I mean, I don't know who you sub off. You know, at that point, it's like the rotations were so clean. Very good match by Pinnacle. Really exceeded my expectations. And you know, on the flip side, Venganza didn't play bad either. Not to say they did. I mean, they looked extremely good on offense. Just wasn't able to put in the back of the net whenever it mattered most.
Yeah, just a couple missed opportunities for Venganza, but it's a close opening day. You know, opening day match goes all the way to game 5 in the Titan League. Again, we're happy to have 16 teams back in the Titan League. It's going to be an exciting Titan League season. And if that opening match is anything to indicate, we should be in for another great one here. But yeah, with that being said, we are going to be heading to a break here. When we come back, we're moving to the Rival League. Two playoff teams from last season that had some high aspirations coming back at it again. We have the Knights taking on Whiteout. So make sure you guys stick around. We'll be back in a couple minutes for that Rival League matchup.
Should be a good one. You don't want to miss it.
Heaven, won't you take me high? Staring deep into your eyes. You caught me by surprise. 'Cause I'm a heathen in a sleepless life. Feelings never seem to smile. You're leaving, won't you stay the night? I'm falling for you. Oh, I'm hoping you feel for me what I've been feeling for you. And if it's so clear to see, I'm on my knees, so I'm begging for you. Heaven, won't you take me high? Staring deep into your eyes. You caught me by surprise. 'Cause I'm a heathen in a sleepless life. Feelings never seem to smile. You're leaving, won't you stay the night? I'm falling for you. Oh, I'm hoping you feel been beaten and broken, so tell me what's your excuse? There's no reason this freedom can't be put to good use. I've grown closer to closure, exposing parts of the truth. I've been cursing at the wind since the days of my youth. Since the days of my youth. Since the days of my youth. Days of my youth. Days of my youth. I've been waiting and wasting, I just can't take it no more. There's a burning inside me and I'm losing control. I've been lost in the darkness, but now I'm seeing the truth. I've been cursing at the wind since the days of my youth. I've been waiting and wasting since the days of my youth. Days of my youth. Days of my youth. Days of my youth. Days of my youth.
Really? He puts it in 0 seconds remaining. He seems to be playing hard for it. Oh my goodness! What is this?
Doesn't get the touch he's looking for. Kato, Scott, oh, he gets the flick and he gets it through. He's gonna put it in. Back to back.
Backward, can he find the touch? He's gonna put the shot on the net.
High off the backboard here. Opportunity. Here comes the shot.
Is this serious? Now, hold on. Surely this can. Oh my lord!
Go with the shot. It's gonna go in.
Oh, open thing on the goal line. He did not
Nearly over.
sweep. It comes through. The Venom, the improbable, the impossible, the 4-time champions.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues. And we are back with a great season here. I'm joined by Chunk. Chunk, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing great tonight. A lot of action in the in the start, so at the start of the season, and I really just don't know how either of the games could go. The first series had a game 5. Don't know how if this will go the distance, but I think it is just as likely flip.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like there's just something in the air. I can smell it a little bit. I don't know. Maybe because I just went to Game 5. I can tell you, but I think this one's going to Game 5 here. And we have Knights versus Whiteouts here in the rival league. And I can tell you a little bit about these two teams just real quick. We have the Knights who have Foam and Marco. Marco last season was a dog on my team and got us to the playoffs. He performed really well in the playoffs. It's very well documented that I have not. But Marco, really good player, highest sal in all of Rivals. So expecting big things from him. And Foam, obviously, great Knights player. And on Whiteout side here, Chunk, we have the perennial powerhouse in Mayo, but usually he's on the Dragons. Today we're seeing him in a Whiteout uniform, and I just don't know if I'm ready for that, to be honest. It's a little different. I don't know if I can understand that. Like, well, Mayo's always on the Dragons. I think he still has Dragon AGM in his title, but man, he's on the Whiteout today, and they're looking for a W here to start off the season.
Yeah, 100%. When Mayo got drafted, everyone wasn't sure which Mayo it was, but it is the Mayo, the moderator Mayo. So Mayo is he was a former Titan player, so I expect him to make a difference here tonight.
Yeah, Mayo always gonna be a difference maker no matter what. And Whiteout getting started early with some offense here. Foam trying to clear that one out to Colliver, who is also a playoff player in his own right, a very low style player, but just always able to outperform the others and get a starting spot. And we're gonna have to see why here. Mayo with one clear, that one gonna go long down to NK. NK gonna get hit away by Marco. Evan up in the air. Evan, no touch there. Marco now looking for maybe a pass, but Evan gets the bump from behind. Is now a couple 50s in the corner. End up with Colliver looking for a pass. Foam was looking for a shot. Miscommunication there in week one, Chunk. I feel like we're going to be seeing a lot of that. But we're also going to see a lot of great plays. Mayo hits that one off the crossbar, but Evan's going to put it away. Mayo is back, baby.
Yeah, what a pop by Mayo. What looked like, is that a purple shot? It looked like it. But that's just what you expect from Mayo coming from the Titan League. And Evan just really able to clean it up there. And like you were talking about with a little bit of nerves here coming in the first game, definitely being on stream also impacts it. So they got double nerves for this series.
Yeah, man, I can just remember Marco's first stream game with me. He passed it to the other team to lose it, so I can only expect even greater things here today, as now Mayo on defense able to get a clear past one. A little wave dash, trying to get the 50 on Foam. Foam playing it slow. And now a good clear there, but Evan still trying to keep this ball in pressure, but now Marco able to get a long clear. Colliver downfield. NK, not a lot of boost, but he does pick up 100. Able to get one touch. Mayo looking for the bump. Foam with the pop-up high. That one's off the backboard. It's going to be Evan once again getting the speed, getting the beat there. Evan, a very quick player. Usually a twos player to my knowledge, but able to, show up in threes when it counts. But a huge double bump there from Colliver could open up the net here, but Evan just able to recover. Marco trying to continue the pressure. One touch towards the corner. Evan gonna leave that one for NK. Marco gonna try to pass that one down. Colliver off the side or off the corner once again. This ball staying in this area, but just not that much pressure here until Marco finally gets a play going. That ball sent to the other side. Colliver not looking for the pass, looks for off the back wall. NK, Evan gonna combine for that clear, and Foam trying to chase back, but it's gonna be Mayo with the shot. Marco with the save, and there's only 3 minutes left. This Knights team, they're trying to get something going here. Colliver trying to make something happen, but so far this Whiteout defense has been pretty stout. They've been keeping the ball in the corner here, chunking. 9 times out of 10, it's a pretty safe place to keep the ball.
Yeah, they've also been playing with low boost very well. They haven't had a whole lot of boost to work with, and they've been able to clear it out and keep it away, but that is not a winning recipe. With this much extended pressure, I'm sure they would like to get another goal just to add a little bit of security for them in this match.
Yeah, now can the Whiteout actually answer back? This is a weird touch there from Foam, but Marco's going to have a long clear. And, oh, Evan, that's over his head. Mayo's a little awkward. Foam with the 50. But Mayo still able to get a good control. It's now NK. The one control touch. Colliver over to Foam. Foam down the field. Colliver with 0 boost, so he couldn't go, but Marco's going to be there trying to pass it back around. Foam not going to be able to get there. It was just in front of the goal, just enough, but Foam did not have the boost. Colliver, though, continuing the pressure. That one could be doubleable. Colliver goes for the demo instead. Mayo with the pop-up high. Foam Not a lot of boost to work with, and Marco got demoed, so the pressure from Knights is starting to mount, but these little plays from Whiteout are saving them. NK far enough back to save that long shot, but Foam up in the air. Mayo to 0 boost. Mayo with the fake. Marco with the shot with the goal, and Marco shows up big. Foam got faked out, but Marco was there to clean it up.
Yeah. Oh, didn't have a whole lot and got faked. Didn't have enough boost, one of the two, but it really made an impact there. And Marco just really able to find his first goal on all 4 of his shots. Able to find something, maybe start a little flurry of shots here for the Knights.
Yeah, but can it continue? Whiteout, that it seemed like they got a little bit overstretched, and a long clear is what caused that. But now it's Whiteout on the offense, and Foam pre-flipping back, making a good save. Mayo with the pass across to Evan. Evan back towards the midfield. Mayo gonna pop that one up high. Foam with 0 boost, so Marco says, "Don't worry, King, I got you." And Marco now with 0 boost, and Foam says, "Don't worry, King, I got you." Now that play from Knights almost resulted in a goal, but a good save there from Evan. Colliber now with over to Foam. Foam with the fake. Another fake down to Marco. I don't know if it's in the script. I don't know if they're planning that one, but that's in the playbook apparently. Is now Colliber with a bad 50 as NK was winning that one out, but Foam taking his time. Doesn't get the hit off the wall. Mayo a little awkward. Foam trying to chase back. Marco and Foam a little on top of each other, and that shot is just going to go in. Colliber, I think, crept a little too close. Mayo strikes, and Whiteout go up 2-1.
Yeah, a little small ball, a little bump. Foam had no boost. Marco on that bump. And Colliber just a little bit out of position there as third man, but I do believe that they have had the pressure, and they do have all the opportunity to come back in this game, but Mayo's just been showing great surges of what he's done in Titan League in these games, and we could be seeing a Mayo MVP season here if he keeps playing like this all season long.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one for sure, but week 1 already Mayo. Man, it's just so good to have him back. Glad to see him playing once again. Mayo with a good touch there. Only 5 seconds remaining here for the Knights. Can Foam make something happen here? Marco and Foam, both with 100 boost. Foam's touch not great. NK with a huge jump. Colliber got to keep it alive. Marco jumped as well. Marco not going to get to that one. Evan going to try to kill it. It's going to hit the ground, and Whiteout are going to win game 1 here. I did not expect this. I'm not going to lie. If I had to give a prediction before the game, I would have said Knights 3-1. And, maybe that could still happen, but the Whiteout boys just look really solid right now, Chunk. The defense was really good, even though I felt like the Knights had a lot of pressure. They don't have the shots to show for it because they were just keeping the ball in the corner. And then Whiteout, they took advantage of their chances. And Chunk, I'm just surprised to see Mayo playing so well. I felt like, I haven't seen him on the pitch in so long, but, man, he played great that first game.
Yeah, I don't know what he had, but he definitely is still looking like a former at Mayo, and Nuki as well has really just been playing well around him. I know he was a prospect MVP, and he's just really progressed all the way up here to rival, and he had 3 saves last game. He's been playing that third man great for Whiteout here, and I'd like to see how he can get involved on offense if he will, but that was a winning recipe for them last game.
Yeah, not too many cooks in the kitchen. Don't change it up if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Whatever they say. As Mayo now, he's trying to be the cook in the kitchen. Mayo, oh, don't do it to him, buddy. That one can hit off the crossbar in the post. NK now trying to make a play happen here, going for the pinch mid. It's an own goal from Foam, a Foam classic here in game 2.
Yeah, I was talking about NK getting involved. There was more Foam getting involved here as a pinch just ended right up in the front of his car, and he will get an own goal there. And Foam has 79 points, but he might as well be at -20 with the own goal there.
Yeah, now Foam contributing to more goals against his team than 4, unless you count that fake as an assist. But either way, on the board are the Whiteout boys once again. They took a 1-0 lead last time. Knights were able to answer back eventually, and Colliber going to look and do it right here. That one's going to head off the backboard. Can Colliber get there? Can Evan get there? Evan with a beautiful touch. That's the most perfect touch you can get in that situation, and Evan was able to find it. Now Evan looking for the shot to follow up. He couldn't find that one. Oh, and Colliber off the squishy save, able to get a high pop. Now, just NK back. Foam look for the shot. Colliber look for the demo. Neither came through, and Marco a little overcommitted here. Maybe a little lost in the sauce. Foam with a high pop. Evan No double. Marco's going to be there. Marco off the backward. It's a screamer, but NK already there to answer a demo on the back end. NK got to get a good 50, but it's Foam winning that one. Off the backward once again. Whiteout. They're being demoed. They're getting bad 50s, but still, they are surviving. Mayo now to the corner. Mayo, no touch there. Marco was ready for it, and Marco with the shot. Evan there with the save and the pre-jump. Oh, a great demo there from Marco, but Mayo keeping this ball in the Knights' half. That ball bouncing up high. Foam, kind of awkward. Still has to make a great save. NK. Now Evan over to the corner. Marco with a good 50, and both these teams, they're 50ing the ball well, but in the end, I feel like the Whiteout boys, they're just answering those 50s quicker. Their second man's just a little bit quicker to it. Now, can the Knights change that? Can they find a way through? Because right now, it's looking a little bit of the same recipe as game number 1 here, Chunk, and Whiteout looking to score once again, maybe. NK, your boy almost making a play there, but so far, like I said, it's been Whiteouts, a lot of it, and even whenever the Knights get a chance, the Whiteout are always there to answer.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of demos come out. It's almost like they remembered, oh wait, if there's a defender there, we can remove him. But a lot more physicality here in this second game, and and Knight's not able to make an opportunity so far. I know they've been doing a lot of the demoing as well. They demoed last on one of those places. What a beautiful flick by Evan, though. Just find the net there. Just a lot of control here. A lot of gets it right through 2 defenders. Coliver had full boost, and I don't think you can get a flick better than that flip.
Yeah, and it's just the offense from the Knights is just so dead in the water. I feel like I just don't expect a goal ever. And this Whiteout team, they're just able to make things happen. NK, oh my goodness, it's a screamer off the bar, but he's there to read it. What a play here. Marco he tees it up for him, and NK says thank you very much. Wow, what a read there. And Chunk, I mean, it's a quick turnaround. They're up 3-0 halfway through this game. The Knights, they gotta turn something on here. Do you think they have a shot? What can they do here, Chunk? Give them some advice. Tell them something.
Yeah, the demo comes here. They have a chance here as Marco will find the net. Caster's Curse will come out in the good demo there from Marco. NK really stuck here in an awkward situation, and Marco able to finish the shot and really set them up with the offense that they were lacking in the first half of this game. Only 3 shots before that goal, and they really got to find something in this 2-goal deficit now.
Yeah, can it happen? I don't know. I've seen them go for a lot of demos. That demo play just hasn't been working quite well enough for my liking. If I'm the Knights here, maybe look for some more infield passes, because there's been a lot of solo plays in the demos, and it's just not, the recipe is not cooking. But Foam here could be, and Foam's going to get a little bit of help from Mayo. Mayo just could not get back to it. The 2 back-to-back goals here for the Knights. A good pass there from Coliber. They're right back in this thing, Chunk, and there's still 2 minutes left in the remaining. And it looks like we got a little bit of a shootout on our hands.
Yeah, a lot of momentum there from that first goal. Able to catch them out very quickly, and with that kind of pressure, it is definitely possible. In another shot and a great save by NK. Kind of awkward here for the defense flip, but really good defense from both teams until that scoring flurry from both of them. But I'd like to see a little bit more defense being played here for both teams. I think it's really important for Knights to not overextend and get punished here, as you do want this game to be in a reachable distance if it comes down to 0 seconds.
Yeah, Foam able to get a save there. Marco now going to try to chase this ball. Going to try to take it up the wall. Gets a beat on one. Not a whole lot of boost still. Able to get another touch on it. No one there in the midfield for that pass as Mayo now takes it up the wall. Gets demoed though. Collar with a nice touch. Evan with the demo. But Foam in the air. 0 boost. NK just gets the bump, and the second man, Mayo, able to get a long clear. And Marco not going to... Oh, he does have a touch. Great job there from Marco. But it's still a shot on target. Oh my goodness. NK able to put that one top right.
I was talking about NK, dude, having an offensive performance here, and 3 for 5 here. Flip as he's come up with 700 points here in the second game, really showing why Whiteout is a team to be feared here on the season.
Yeah, and NK and Mayo as well. You can't forget about the boy Mayo, but it's NK with the pass as well, and a great pass there, a good 50 from Coliver, but it's just the defense from Knights. it happened a couple times now. They just get caught not on back post. It's, Chunk, whenever you're sitting back post, you got to sit back post. You can't just start creeping forward, or you get caught flat-footed, flat-wheeled, and the ball's behind you and it's a goal. And that happened a couple times here for the Knights. Foam, can you make a highlight play happen? You might be down 3 goals, but you can always do something flashy. Colliver now looking for the pass over to Marco. Marco not going to be there. It's going to be Mayo instead, passing that one down to Evan. Evan not going to get the touch off the corner. Foam able to get a long clear, and Colliver's down there waiting. Colliver able to get a touch off the backboard. Marco's going to be there. NK doesn't have the touch. Marco bounce shot. Mayo's going to have the save. Colliver looking for a shot, not a lot of boost, so it just goes towards the sidewall. Marco looking for the crazy shot of his life, and that one not going to come through. NK now looking for maybe a pass down mid. Not going to have the boost to hit that one. It's Foam. He's going to take a page out of his book and get a fake there. Mayo's going to have a shot. Foam going to take that save. Evan off the sidewall. Evan look for the double, and a great double it is, but Foam's going to be there. And Knights, once again, just not able to get it done. And Whiteout go up 2-0. A great showing here from NK specifically. You said you wanted him on the offensive end a little bit more, and well, look at him go.
Yeah, I saw a lot of different participation from everyone in that game. You see Evan down there with 350, but I saw the Accolade 5 demos really just clearing out that field, really enabling off-ball pressure here. And Whiteout looked very dominant in that game. A lot of shots, a lot of opportunities. 5 found their way in, out shooting the opponent 12-9. Knights did have a lot of opportunities, to be fair, relative to their 2 goals, but Knights, if they gotta step up here if they want to make a difference. And I don't know what they can do. Flip, what do you think they could do?
So I think it starts with Marco. He just needs to be on a better page if it's passing the ball, which let me tell you, Marco passing the ball, foreign concept, but. If he's able to get a couple passes in, I think Foam and Colliver are ready for him. It's just not clicking right now. Or, if you're Foam, I think Foam's doing maybe too much right now. I see him cutting a lot. I see him going for a lot of balls. And that's how Foam plays. It's either you work around it or Foam, you adjust. But right now, I just don't think any of the Knights players are on the same page. So, I don't know if it's a comms issue, but I think it's just a playstyle issue right now. So, going to have to see big changes here in Game 3, and I just don't know if it's going to happen. Whiteout, on the other hand, Shunk, let me tell you. They're perfect. They don't got to do nothing. They have Mayo on their team. Marco is going to get a shot there, but Evan's going to get a beautiful save. And I think this Knights team, they might be able to take a game. But, Chunk, I think this Whiteout team, they are looking super solid so far. And already, 30 seconds in, I'm already seeing some great offense. And it's a redirect from Mayo. What is that angle? What is he doing? What has he been doing for the past 2 seasons? This man is cooking.
What an angle. Foam just back there with no boost. NK looked like he was going for a demo. Definitely made a move on the player, though. And Foam just so awkward back there. And Mayo able to find the angle as well. It's a beautiful play. And it just seems like everything is clicking right now for Whiteout. And if you're Knights, you got to find something. You got to really find your identity here early in the season.
Yeah. Now, can it happen against a Whiteout team that I honestly thought would have been struggling against this Knights team? If I look on paper, I see Marco and Foam on the same team. I'm thinking that's a pretty good roster. But right now, I'm seeing Mayo on the other side, and oh man, I can't believe my eyes. But Mayo's cooking once again, looking for a pass mid. Marco with the touch, able to get that ball saved from Evan. Marco with another touch, but nobody, and I do mean nobody, was downfield from his team to receive that ball. And it's just every touch is either just a throwaway, there's no possession, it's not a pass to a teammate, instead it's a pass to Mayo, and it's Mayo going over Marco. Oh my goodness, look at him go.
The confidence is showing. We've seen what I thought was overcommitting, but just a lot of confidence here. You've got the you got a goal lead and a 2-game lead in the series, so you really can send the whole house here. Knights just not really expecting that there, and Mayo showing a great performance here.
Yeah, and now, we've seen Mayo show a great performance. His teammates as well have shown a great performance, and I just think they're a little faster right now overall than the Knights are. But I still think this Knights team is super talented and has the dudes to make it happen. I just need to see it happen. And Marco, buddy, what are we doing? That one was really bad. Marco, I've been trying not to roast you a lot. I know you're gonna watch this back. Maybe you won't. I don't know. But that one, definitely not the read there. NK, he had that read though. and it was a great shot from NK. And like I said, the speed from Whiteout, I just think they're outpacing this Knights team, and man, hopefully I get to continue to see this because I like seeing teams that I promise you, Dan did not plan this team at all, Chunk. But I love seeing teams like this come together and make waves, and hopefully they're able to do that here. NK with a flip reset. Chunk, we've got about 3 minutes left. Knights are down 3 goals. They need about a goal a minute. If you had to tell me they're going to score, who do you think's going to step up and be that guy for the Knights to make this comeback happen?
I would hope it would be Marco, like you were talking about earlier, the highest Salon rival. I would like to see him step up and really make a difference that is kind of promised with the salary that he has. And I just think that he needs to play with the team better and find an opportunity here to make something happen, and it will happen. And the pass off Marco is so awkward, and Caliber will find the net.
Yep, and that's a great 50 there from Marco. I know he meant to do it too. 2 minutes 20 seconds remaining, and I think Knight they can find a way. A couple disrupting touches on offense, a couple more passes, and they definitely have a formula to make it happen. Colbert with one nice touch, one on the backboard, and Foam win as well. And so Marco could not overcommit for that pass, and I just think the double commit there kind of killed that offensive attack. Colbert now. Touchdown to Marco. Marco with a heavy touch over to NK. NK straight back over to Colliver. That one's on the sidewall. Foam's going to be there. Foam not going to get the touch, but he does get a fake. Marco gets a bump. NK not going to be able to go for that one. Colliver doesn't get the shot. That one could have been a goal there. Foam missed the bump. Colliver missed the shot. All around Knights wishing they had that opportunity back, but instead it's Marco saying, don't worry, I'll give us an opportunity, as Mayo comes in and dunks him, as now Foam with a nice touch. NK on the backboard. That's not where you want to be. Foam with the pop. Oh, but Mayo does get back in time. Evan, that touch is back towards the midfield. Foam going to look for Marco, but it's instead straight towards NK. NK now towards the back wall. NK, do you have the double? Oh, what a save there from Colliver, but Mayo shot. Oh, another save from Colliver coming through. The defense holds on. Knights, you got to make this momentum count. Evan with one touch, but it's going to be NK again. NK looking for the ceiling shot double. Doesn't have it. It's off the crossbar. Evan's last man back. Marco gets a beat. Here's the counterattack opportunity. That one's off the corner. Evan with one nice touch. Foam going to be there for the shot. Oh, he tried to play it behind, but Evan still able to get the save. Culber, that one's high. Culber going for the double. Mayo with the save there. These players, they decided to start playing defense now, and with the 50 seconds remaining here, Chunk, Knights, they look like they have a shot, but both these team defenses they're playing lights out.
Yeah, a lot more opportunities. I've really seen Caliber step up on both offense and defense to get great opportunities on both, but they really need to find something here, find a strike, find an ability to strike their opponents, but I don't think they've shown quality attacks for the last 30 seconds, and you've got to show good attacks when you've got Mayo playing such great defense on the other side.
15 seconds remaining. Not even. As Foam now with a touch. That one counting down the clock. To a 3-0 victory here for Whiteout. Barring a miracle from Colliber, that one gonna get saved by NK, saving the series. Foam couldn't get another one, and Foam and the Knights go down 0-3. I thought the Knights were gonna take that one, but I am a known not ball knower, so I'm not surprised Whiteout come in and look absolutely dominant. That one, it just wasn't close. Like there was chances, there was hope, but maybe for 5 seconds each match. That's about it. I saw a great overall performance here from Whiteout, and you know what else I saw? I saw a legend. I saw the boy. I saw Himothy back on the pitch, and Mayo, he made a statement, and Chunk, it was a quick one, and I think it's due to that man's brilliance.
Yeah, 100%. I would say overall what the key to victories here were for Whiteout compared to Knights. Just a great all-around team effort they had. You had Evan really showing up with demos. You had Nuki showing up on both offense and defense throughout the series, and same with Mayo. You had everyone just playing their roles when you needed to. I would assume great communication, just judged off how they were playing. Not a whole lot of mistakes made compared to a couple of misses, just early season jitters, but they made the most out of it. And I think that's why they won here tonight.
Yep, it was a very solid victory here for Whiteout, and it was a solid win to get us back on schedule. And we will be back very shortly for a 9:30 match here. And Chunk, I know you're gonna be departing me, but I will be back here at 9:30, and we will see again new faces here in the Gaming League because it's the start of the season, Chuck. It's just game day 1. We're going up to the oh no, sorry, we're going down to the Prospect League. I was looking at the wrong game. We got the Bandits Hypernova match coming up next, guys. You do not want to go anywhere. Chunk, thank you so much for casting with me. It's so glad to be back in the booth, man. Oh, it's so glad to have you.
Yeah, 100%. I will let us go on to this break, though. I do believe the next game will be a good one, as they are really rated closely together in that PR that DJD put out.
Yeah, and I can't wait. And we will be right back in about 15 minutes, maybe 10. Deuces.
Running out of time with you, ayy. Fill me up with lies, it's too fake. Her heart is cold like ice, it could break. When can I make you mine? Show me a you go now? Making it so hard. You got to know now. Ooh, taking it too far. Nothing to hold now. I'm falling apart. Out in the cold now. Breathing underwater.
He puts it in! 0 seconds remaining! The team's gonna be fighting hard for it. Oh my goodness! Rudy, what is this?
Doesn't get the touch he's looking for. Kato, Scott, he gets the flick and he gets it through.
Place this head. He's gonna get the shot. He's gonna put it in. Back to back. Backward. Can he find the touch? He's gonna put the shot on it.
High off the backboard here. Opportunity. Here comes the shot.
Is this serious? Now, hold on. Surely this can't. Oh my
It's
lord.
go with the shot. It's gonna go in.
Stay on the goal line. He did not win nearly all sweep. It comes through. The Venom, the improbable, the impossible, the 4-time champions.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues. And I'm joined in the booth with the man, the myth, the legend. I got Ventus in here. Ventus, how we doing, man?
I think we're both doing pretty well, coming off of some strong wins today. I saw you beat Distortion earlier, and my team beat Phoenix earlier, one of the new expansion teams for Titan League. So I think we're both pretty happy with how today's turned out. But enough talk about us. We're not here for y'all. Aren't here for us. Well, maybe you are, but you guys are here for the matchups we have tonight. We have the Bandits taking on Hypernova. Some really good matchups. I mean, Bandits look really good. Hypernova, I think any team with Wolfie on it in the Prospect League is going to be pretty solid. Both teams looking poised to take their first game of the season, but only one of them can do it.
Yeah, Ventus, fun fact, neither of these teams have a win or a loss yet, so we're going to determine, someone's going to go above 500, someone's going to go below 500. Bold takes over here, I know, but honestly, I'm just glad we're back, man. I'm so excited. Like I said, Hypernova, we got Shadows, Wolfie, Vex, and coming out of the draft, I'm pretty sure I eyed this team. I was like, yeah, this is going to be a pretty good team. And we are remaking the lobby real quick, so you'll be in there in just a second. And now, like I said, Hypernova, I saw coming out of the draft. Wow, this team's really good. And, you came in here, you're talking about the Bandits. And I was like, wait a minute. They have Ghost Bacon. That's my boy. And oh my goodness, they got Gary to carry. I don't think Gary to carry is gonna play, but I remember shouting out. He DM'd me during the draft, said shout him out so he can get drafted. So somehow we ended up on the Bandits, and so I don't know. Maybe there's a little soft spot in me that's rooting for this Bandits team to win. I really hope they can pull it through. But this Hypernova team, they are looking really good.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, Wolfie has been such a solid player for the Prospect League. Last season, he was really good. I mean, one of the top players for sure. And now I believe Shadows is new, and I'm not sure about Vex. I can't really remember off the top of my head. But they seem like a really strong team, and I'm really hoping that they can come out swinging. But I do favor the Bandits a little bit. Jonesy being the first overall pick in the draft, and they have Ghost Bacon. I mean, and then you have a name like Kakarot, who I have known absolutely nothing about. I believe he's new to Nemesis, but I mean, such a fire name. So, I mean, I feel like I have to root for Bandits here.
Yeah, Kakarot going absolutely ballistic. I can already tell. I think we might be ready to hop right in. Ventus, before we do, if you want to go ahead and give me a prediction. You said you're favoring the Bandits.
Yeah.
But you talked really good about Hypernova. What are you feeling?
Well, you see, I don't see Wolfie in the menu right here in spectating, so I feel like Hypernova is going to be without Wolfie tonight. It's going to definitely sway my prediction. I thought this was going to be a really close series, but I think Bandits are going to take it 3-1 now just because Wolfie, being that veteran presence, is not there.
Yeah, and so, you say that, you brought it to my attention. You said 3-1. I'm gonna one up you here. We're gonna a nice clean sweep. We're gonna go to bed on time. It's gonna be a nice easy day. We had the excitement earlier with the Titan League and prospects. They're also very exciting usually. But today we're gonna keep it nice and calm. Ventus. We're gonna have a 3-game series. Bandits are gonna look really good. Ghost Bacon and Jonesy are gonna pop off, and it's gonna overall be great. As I think we are just about ready to hop right in here. So I got 3-0 Bandits. You got 3-1 Bandits. Ventus, I know, we're talking early season here. Out of these teams, you think you see some playoff runs happening? I know, like, we haven't even got the season started yet, but like, what, I think this Bandits team, they're the 2 seed in my mind already, so I want to see them pop off here. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, everybody's guess is as good as mine. I say things at the beginning of the season. I'm proven wrong time and time again, but time will see as we kick off game number 1. Hopefully Vex and Chase will be able to step it up for Hypernova.
Hopefully they can. Here is now already Ghost Bacon with a long clear. No boost to work with, but, a nice little fake never hurt nobody as Vex able to get a long clear down to Chase. Chase now looking for a play, but a good demo there. Jonesy over 1. Jonesy with a nice control touch as well, trying to get it towards the backboard, but Shadows waiting there. Shadows with a nice long clear. That one going to go over to Tizzy. Tizzy with a touch towards the midfield. Ghost Bacon, another fake coming through. But Jonesy's going to pick that one up. A nice shot towards the left side. That one going to be awkwardly saved. Shadow's going to come in, clean that one up. Gets it around another one. Just one man back. Looking for the pass over to Vex. Vex back over to Shadows. Shadows with the shot. Ghost Bacon couldn't get there. And Shadows able to connect with Vex for the first goal of the game.
Yeah, who needs Wolfie when you have Vex, am I right? I mean, Vex a great pass back to Shadow. Shadow kind of facilitating that, taking the ball off of that awkward save originally in the orange half, or, well, the the Hypernova half. Sorry, I have default colors on. I need to change that. But Shadow, a great clear, a good pass to Vex. Vex, a good 1-2 back to Shadow. And, I mean, a great play to open up the scoring. And, I mean, usually when these teams score the first goal, they are poised to take the game. I believe 80% of games, at least in the RLCS, are won if the team scores the first goal. So, I mean, we're really hoping Hypernova can keep this lead. I mean, it might go against our predictions, but it's really there for the content.
Yeah, and you know what? What if they go up 2-0? This one is going to be a nice, easy lead here. But Shadows able to get a bump on the backboard on Jonesy. They just turn around and say, hey, Ghost Bacon, I'm not done with you either. And nice bump there. Shadows kind of doing it all here. Scored the first one and getting a huge 2-bump play there. And the second goal, obviously, Chase able to put in the open net, which is not as easy as it, seems. So now we got to see if the Bandits can answer back. Is this one going to be falling down? Tizzy has to make the touch, but Shadows able to get the first touch there. Jonesy flies way up high, and it's going to have one touch towards the corner. Shadows trying to play that ball up. Ghost Bacon with the 50, but Shadows wins that one too. Tizzy with one nice control touch. Can he get a follow? Not really is. Now Jonesy and Tizzy in the same spot. Chase is going to have a free save here. Tries to launch that one down to Shadows, who has no boost, so Ghost Bacon able to get a touch off the sidewall. Not able to get the double chase with a long clear. Tizzy with one touch. Can't get the follow. Shadows going to hit that one. Shadows looking for the shot. Not going to come through, but it's going to be a free clear there for Tizzy. Chase already back, though. Little awkward. Has to get one touch off the corner. That one going to be bouncing up high. It's going to be there for Vex. Vex with the long clear. Ghost Bacon. Easy control touch, nice save, and Ghost Bacon with the long clear. That one might just go straight in. Chase able to make the save, but Jonesy there for the follow-up. It's a great shot, but a better save coming out from Vex. Tizzy now towards the midfield, but Vex already there. They have a long clear. Ghost Bacon going to be there, get the beat on too, but some great defensive stops there. Save this from cutting the lead in half. Bandits, I thought they were going to steal a goal there, but instead, Hypernova hang on, and still a 2-0 lead here for them after some great defensive efforts.
Yeah, I mean, Bandits having 6 shots early now. After giving up those 2 goals, unfortunately not able to find the back of the net, but they did have a lot of midfield presence, and I continue to see where they're able to cut the play in the midfield and get more and more shots as we see one just off the crossbar from Jonesy. But Hypernova having the 2 goals, they are in the driver's seat. They can kind of just play how they want to. They have the lead. They can sit back and play defense for the entire game if they want to, but if they allow the Bandits to continuously pummel shots at the net, eventually one will go through.
That one not going to happen, though, as Chase gets a long, clear pass. Ghost Bacon, Tizzy was able to stop that one, though. Now he's looking for a pass in the midfield. Ghost Bacon not going to go for that one. Neither will Jonesy, as Vex had that clear. That ball, not a great touch there from Ghost, as Shadow's going to hit that one off the back wall. Now Jonesy taking a little bit of time. Tries to get it around one. Chase is still going to be there, though. Going to play it to himself on the sidewall. Chase with one touch. Can't get the follow. Vex is going to be there, though. Tries to get the beat. Ghost Bacon able to get the touch. Now Shadows looking for a pop-up high. Maybe looking for the bump now. Jonesy able to dodge and Shadow's going to help him get that clear. Chase was there, though, but still Jonesy trying to get that counterattack going. Tizzy, little awkward. Shadows gets a cut around one. Jonesy couldn't get the demo, but no Shadows has no boost, which keeps on chasing, and Ghost Bacon now couldn't get a touch. That was a great pass over to Shadows. Vex now with the long clear. Shadows is there. Ghost Bacon gonna just pop that ball really high. Chase kind of awkward now. Has to get a touch to the corner. He doesn't get it. Ghost Bacon, he pre-jumped, but he doesn't have the boost, but he still gets the shot with the late flip. I don't think Shadows was expecting that one. A little change-up got thrown in there and cut this lead in half. Bandits finally put one away.
Yeah, that's such a good play from Ghost Bacon. Even though he has 0 boost, he holds the flip until the very last second to throw his defender off guard, and then he's able to slot it perfectly using that flip, putting that one back in the net, cutting the lead down to just 1. And Hypernova, after the first minute of gameplay, they really have not had another shot on target. They are still sitting at 3 shots, 2 Bandits now 10. And as I say this, I might have just cast her bias first of the season, but Shadow's not able to get this one on target. But Chase is, and there we go. Hypernova break through the Bandits' midfield pressure and get one back to give it 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and what a double that was from Shadows. Ventus, that was not something you see very often in Prospect League. Probably won't see it in Shadow League either. That one was a really solid double to go ahead and extend this lead. Obviously, Chase was there to put away the pass from Shadows. Now Ghost Bacon looking for a touch towards the sidewall. He's going to just go over to Chase, but Jonesy stays calm and collected. Tries to get a cut around one, and he does. Vex doesn't challenge that first ball. Goes for the second one. That ball bouncing kind of awkward. That's one off the ceiling. Tizzy going to go for the touch towards the back ball himself. Maybe looking for a pass. Gets a reset. Doesn't actually get the reset, though, and instead just gets a bump. Jonesy now. Last man back. Chase with the double off the side or off the ground. That one gonna just waste some more time here, and with 17 seconds left, you've got to make a play happen here if you're Bandits. Tizzy now trying to make that happen. Got a couple extra touches that Jonesy was not expecting. Ghost Bacon now with a long clear. That one to the corner. Shadows gonna try to be there. It's gonna be Tizzy there first, but that's just gonna be time running out. Ghost Bacon gonna go ahead and drop that one. Go on to game number 2. Being very professional about it. Not even going for a go ahead and it's a gimme goal, but instead he sends that ball straight down. Bandits lose 3-1. Hypernova with a very solid performance here. I was really impressed with Shadow and Chase on the defensive end, man. 5 saves for Chase, but Shadows, I think, was all over the place.
Yeah, Shadows is definitely that X factor for them. A very good first man. He paved the way with a lot of the clears and putting pressure on the Bandits half when Hypernova really didn't have much going for them, especially in the midfield. He was just able to do so much on the ball. He had a great bump there to cause the second goal from Hypernova. And, I mean, Chase, what an absolute great game for him. 2 goals, 5 saves. Even though Hypernova was on the defensive side of the ball for most of the game, they were still able to not only take the game, but I mean, a 3-1 game is a pretty good dominant fashion for the Hypernova. And so if I'm the Bandits, I really got to come out aggressive this game. They did outshoot, I believe it was like 10-4 in that last game. So I'm really hoping that Bandits come out, get the pressure early on, and take the early goal just to give themselves a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, I think, Bandits, they're a team that can play from behind, and they can try to make a comeback like that, but I think they're more suited, try to get an early lead with their pressure and sort of mount that on. But on the other side, I think, Hypernova had that lead early, and I think that really helped them as Jonesy was looking for a crazy redirect. Chase is super patient in net, which is, I think, a very underrated thing to have on your team, as Chase also gets a huge pinch. Shadow, there's no way you're reading that one, but even Chase is going to be there for you anyway. Not able to get the shot on target, though. But Hypernova, they got him. I feel like they always have to be ahead. If they're ahead, I think they're a really strong team. From what I've seen so far, obviously it's only been 1 game, but I think if this Bandits team can get an early goal, not go down 2-0, they can really start mounting some pressure. But right now, it is all Hypernova, as Tizzy can try to get a touch to the sidewall, able to get the boost in. No touch there from Vex, as now Tizzy looks for a pass over to Jonesy, but had that one read with Shadows. Couldn't get the double, but Ghost Bacon with the great first touch. Can he get the other one over Vex? The shot there, not going to go through. Oh, but a little bit of help from Shadows never bothered Jonesy, as he go ahead and thanks Shadows for the goal.
Yeah, I felt like Hypernova had a lot of pressure against the Bandits but the Bandits able to hold on, have good defensive rotations, get the good clear, great first touch by Ghost Bacon, and that really caused the defense of Hypernova to panic. They had to make a beautiful save. They weren't able to put that one off the post in time, and it fell into the back of their net. Bandits do take the game 2 lead, and I mean, I talked about the first goal being the most important, but it might not be this game as Shadow's able to get back to this one and even the scoring.
Yeah, and a huge bumps there from Chase. And I think I've seen a couple times now where I think Hypernova is a super physical team, and I just don't think the Bandits were expecting it. I feel like they leave either their last man back or their second man just not ready for their third man to be bumped. Instead, it's all Ghost Bacon there, as that one would have been an insane double touch. Instead, it's going to be a long clear. And the physical game really helping out Hypernova so far this series as another bump comes through. Vex now going for the bump himself, but Tizzy patient enough. Gets a nice high pop, but it's going to be a free pass from Ghost Bacon down to Shadows. Shadows with the fake. Chase with the fake as well. Vex, he's going to be the first one there. Tries to get the slow pop over Ghost Bacon, but instead Ghost Bacon able to get the 50 and a triple commit there. Gives Shadows all the time in the world. Shadows going for one touch off the backboard. That one going to go straight to Jonesy. No touch though. Chase keeps that ball in the Hypernova half. Ghost Bacon now able to get a nice flying clear, but Vex able to get one touch. Jonesy able to follow that. Shadows with a nice touch. Ghost Bacon now looking for the shot. That one going to be on target, and it's going to go in. Ghost Bacon just able to sneak it in near post, and I think, Chase just had no boost rotating back, so good open shot there from Ghost Bacon. Way to put it away.
Yeah, it's a great shot off the wall. He's dealing with a defender in his face, a defender almost back in time, and he has to slot it perfectly against that right post. He does so with absolute precision, and Bandits 2-1 lead, desperately needing to get back into the, well, not desperately, but they need to get back into the series. They're down 1-0 right now, but they have shown a lot of promise, making Hypernova sweat and really forcing them into bad positions that they didn't have to go into in game 1, and it's much more like the Bandits I kind of expect to see. And I mean, it's gonna turn into a great series.
Now it might, like I said, it's gonna turn into a great series, but I want to see Hypernova answer back like Shadows did earlier. So far, Hypernova still only one goal, trying to make it 2 here. That pass from Chase not able to get through. Vex, who's been relatively quiet so far this series, tries to make something happen there. Instead, Shadows getting that one over to Tizzy. Tizzy was trying to find Ghost Bacon, but Chase got in the way there. Vex and Shadows are both up, and I think both tried to call off the ball. Instead, it's going to be a long clear from Tizzy. A Ghost Bacon demo. Jonesy with the long clear as well. There's someone in the midfield. It's Tizzy. No shot coming through, though. The play was there for the Bandits, but instead, it is just a 50 for Chase and Ghost Bacon. Now, Shadows with a touch up the wall. A little bit of boost, not a whole lot. Trying to get one extra touch, not able to make it happen though, so Jonesy with a nice high clear. Chase not able to get a touch on the ball. Vex, last man back. Vex, one touch. Shadows was looking for the bump, but instead, it's going to be Ghost Bacon finding Jonesy and Chase with the save. Tizzy now looking for the pass back towards the midfield. No one's going to be there. Chase with the long clear. Ghost Bacon trying to get the 50 on it, but Chase wins that one. Vex gets beat there by Jonesy, but no real shot coming through here for the Bandits, but still the midfield pressure here for the Bandits is super high, and they are just looking to, they're like sharks in bloody water. They are sniffing for any goal opportunity they can, but still, Hypernova holding on. 45 seconds remaining here. Tizzy with a flip reset. That's over 1. Ghost Bacon going for the double touch. Oh, I think it was a team bump. No, it was a backflip, but still, Ghost Bacon not able to put it on. Jonesy now, not able to get the touch. Vex trying to get the clear. Shadows, it's going to be, but instead, it's Chase losing the 50. Jonesy not able to get a touch. Ghost Bacon looking for the shot. Ghost Bacon with the fake. Tizzy shot goes high, and all these opportunities are getting wasted for the Bandits. Hypernova still no real counterattack opportunity. They just don't have the boost for it. 19 seconds remaining. Now, a good 50 there, but it's going to be Tizzy getting a long clear down to Jonesy. Jonesy looking for the double. That shot going to go high. It's going to be Vex towards the sidewall. Vex gets his boost taken. Still a little bit to work with. Looking for one more touch. That one's bouncing mid. No! Shadows was not quite ready for it. Still one last opportunity. Chase now looking for the pass mid, but that wall is just going to fall, and Bandits are going to win game number 2 here. Whew, Ventus, it would look like Bandits could have put a nail in the coffin every time, but Hypernova, they kept fighting. Weren't able to get the win, but Still a very close game here, and honestly, it's hard to tell these two teams apart. I don't know who's gonna win the next game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, a really scrappy game from both sides. Bandits really holding the midfield down very well. Hypernova having some great saves on defense as well as some great offensive opportunities. But you were talking about Bandits, this pressure that they've been able to mount, especially being in that midfield. It seems like they're always there waiting for the clear, always there to intercept the clear out from, or the dribble out from Hypernova. And they're really shutting down Shadows. He hasn't been able to go for many of these solo plays where he's had free range in game one, and it really made the difference there. Hypernova weren't able to get much offense going as they were able to last game, and Bandits just shut down all the opportunities. They looked really, really strong.
I said we're gonna get a 3-0. That obviously has not happened. My prediction was wrong after game one, but I just, if it was a 3-0 the other way, I would not have complained. Instead, Ventus, I hate to say it, we're going to 5. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. And it's going to start here with game number 3 as Ghostbacon not able to get a good touch. Shadows is going to leave that ball floating. Oh, Tizzy just able to hit it off his own crossbar. Get that save. Jonesy now with the pinch. Vex already there. Vex with a nice touch off the backboard. Tizzy able to get a clear off of it as well. But a huge shot there from Shadows. Wow, that was a screamer. Chase going to try to put that one away. And Chase is just there at the right times, at the right moments, putting the right shots on target. And a 1-0 lead here for Hypernova.
Yeah, I mean, a great play there from Shadows, being ready in the midfield and just able to get a really good shot on net from an inopportune angle where he approached the ball. And it really forced Jonesy on defense to make a tough save, and that save allowed Chase just a free net. Well, not exactly free. He had to place it pretty well, if I do say so. But Hypernova going up 1 goal early. They have not thrown a lead. We'll see if they are able to continue that statement for this game. Bandits are going to look to be aggressive, though.
Yeah, Bandits, they're trying to break the curse of first to score loses, or wins. First to score wins. As Bandits now looking for a play, and Jonesy gets a bump, gets a pass from Tizzy, gets a slot into the top shelf of a great play here from Jonesy and Tizzy.
Yeah, I don't even know if that was necessarily intentional from Jonesy. It seems like he just turned into Shadow and absolutely blasted him to Mars. And then he's going to take the free pass from Tizzy and put that one straight in the back of the net, following right behind where he bumped Shadow. And a good play from Bandits. They even up the scoring very early on. There's still a lot of time to play, a lot of distance for this game to go. And Bandits look like they're poised to do just that. Ghostbacon, a great reset, turning that into another goal for the Bandits. I mean, they only have 2 shots, but when they score 2 goals out of it, it doesn't matter.
Oh my goodness, this is why I glaze Ghostbacon. He is him whenever he's on the ball, and a flip reset right there, just showing his prowess. As now Bandits have flipped the script very quickly. Only a minute gone, 3 goals already scored, looking like another one could be on the way, but it might be from the Bandits. That counterattack could have been lethal. Jonesy not able to get the shot, but Ghostbacon might. Vex has to get the save over to the corner, and he does. Jonesy is there, though, trying to find a touch. Chase with a nice high pop. Tizzy up in the air, jumping at who knows what, but Vex is going to get a touch, and Ghostbacon now. Last man back, a little awkward, trying to get it around 1. A nice pop, but it's going to be Jonesy with the clear. Chase trying to continue this pressure here for Hypernova, who suddenly find themselves down. They blinked, and they are losing, and they might be down by 2. Shadows just able to get there in time for the save, but a great pinch there from Jonesy. Ghostbacon and Jonesy both in the corner, though. Could be a little dangerous. Trying to get that ball cleared, but Jonesy stops him. Does get demoed for his efforts, though, as now Tizzy trying to get a pass mid, just could not get it off the corner, but instead it's going to bounce mid from Ghostbacon. The shot's there. Vex no boost. Oh my goodness, Tizzy, he was rotating back, he cut across, and he was able to put that one away. A 3-1 lead here for the Bandits.
Yeah, I mean, Tizzy had a great play there. Also, earlier, this is a little mechanics thing. He just chain dashed down to the Hypernova half with a low boost, was able to get 2 beats because of it, and absolutely started that entire pressure process where they're able to pin the Hypernova in their half, and that's when mechanics really come into play there, as he's able to outspeed everybody and maintain no boost, and he doesn't need it when he's able to just do that so well. It's something I did not expect to see coming from a prospect player, but it looked very clean. It was very well done. It helped immensely in that goal scoring participation.
Yeah, and halfway through this game now, it is Bandits that have kind of just taken control after that first goal here, and I think it's off the back of Tizzy. I mean, like I've been saying Ghost Bacon's name, I've been saying Jonesy's name, but Tizzy's always there. He's making the good plays, making the good plays happen, trying to make a great play happen here. That one, a good 50. The ball's just kind of floating in front of the Hypernova goal, but still no goal for the Bandits as Jonesy gets a long clear. That one kind of awkward. Shadows with the save, but Ghost Bacon pops that one a high. Tizzy gonna put that one away. I call his name, and he calls me right back. As Tizzy able to put that one away. Go up 4-1 here.
Yeah, it's a good pass from Ghost Bacon, able to pop that one up to the backboard, get the beat on that defender from Hypernova as well, force out more of the resources that Hypernova desperately were trying to hold on to. They didn't have much boost, and Tizzy putting the absolute dagger in. They're flipping the script that the first goal wins the game. They're up 4-1 right now. There is still 2 minutes. They were able to score just 3 in 2 minutes as well. So maybe Hypernova will be able to get 3 back. But with the way the Bandits are playing, especially on the offensive side of the ball, it's looking unlikely.
Looking unlikely, but not impossible. Shadows, I think, is a good enough player to make a lot of things happen here. So he's trying to find a mid pass. Instead, he's just gonna find Jonesy. As Chase is sitting on the backboard waiting for that one. Minutes and a half remaining. It's going to be tough here. Ghost Bacon was looking for a shot there. Not going to come through. Shadow's going to get demoed. Or sorry, gets a demo onto Jonesy. And a little bit of space here for Vex, who gets a good 50. But that ball just to the spawning Jonesy. Chase with one touch. Tizzy going to be there to follow it up. And Shadows couldn't get the follow. But Tizzy with the 50. And Tizzy with the Hattie. That one going to go in the back of the net. 5-1 here. And Bandits have kind of just put a statement out.
And Tizzy really making his name known, able to get the pop past one, get the 50 dunk past the second, put it in the back of the net. 3 goals. You talked about the hat trick for him. And, I mean, this Bandit squad, absolutely decimation on the offensive side of the ball. They are relentless as Ghost Bacon looking for another one here. That one just off the post. They're looking for their 6th goal, but unfortunately not able to get it. But Bandits looking so strong once again. They're able to take game 2 pretty dominantly. Game 3 looks just to be the same way, as Hypernova need to get some offense started, as they are being outshot 11 to, it was 5 when I looked at it, but now it's 7.
Yeah, and now it's, I mean, they're at 7 shots, but it's like, are they quality shots? Not really. Only 3 saves here for the Bandits, and the Bandits just have, they almost have 12 shots in comparison. They are also scoring at almost 50% rate. So they are just, I feel like, creating better opportunities, stopping the Hypernova opportunities very well. The passes, the bumps, the solo plays, all of it is coming through here for the Bandits. And now, with 5 seconds remaining, obviously this one in the books, might as well, we could have wrapped it up an hour ago, to be honest, but this one going to go in the books, and it's a best of 5. It's not a best of 1. It's not a best of 3. Bandits go up 2-1 here, Ventus, but Hypernova can bounce back. And guess what the next map is, Ventus?
I have no clue.
Wow.
What's
That's
the
crazy.
next map?
It's Forbidden Temple. It's Forbidden Temple. And you know what happens on Forbidden Temple?
Right.
Crazy
Things. Crazy things.
happen.
I had a mental lapse there, Flip. You gotta. I'm not used to the new season starting. I'm a little rusty from my knowledge, but no, Hypernova really need to come out early again. They did have the first goal, but they have to continue the pressure. We saw them get their first goal and then just take their foot off the gas and just let Bandits take away the game from them. And they really need to continue the pressure. I'm really looking for Shadows to create those opportunities. I'm looking for Chase to have that good midfield presence where he's able to take the ball and play great defense. And I'm really looking for Vex to step it up. I've talked about Shadow and Chase both frequently and how good they were, but Vex has kind of not been talked about much, and I think it's been showing that he's a little bit lackluster compared to these other two. Maybe that's the difference between having Wolfie there and him not being here today, is that veteran presence to help them along. But really, we gotta hope for Hypernova to come back. We won a game 5, but I'll take a game 4, and that makes my prediction correct.
Now, can your prediction be correct, or are we gonna go to game 5 here? Vex looking for the pass mid, but Ghost Bacon just had the touch there. That one, though, gonna go ahead, get cleared away. There's still a dangerous position here for the Bandits. I feel like they always start just a little slow. Hybridova, if there's a time to strike, it is now. The iron's hot. Chase, the goal was there, but no shot coming through. Vex now, looking for a bang. That one, gotta find Chase on the backboard. Chase could pop that one up high. Could have been a crazy play, but Jonesy stayed grounded on the wall and able to get the clear. Vex gets that hit over him, and Ghost Bacon gets it around another, and Ghost Bacon says, "Thank you very much. I'll take that one home." And it was Bandits on defense this whole time. Ventus in immediate counterattack.
Yeah, I mean, this is just one of the things you have to look out for. You overcommit, you hard commit as your third man, and you overcommit with your first and second man. It leaves you very vulnerable to a dribble play like that. Ghost Bacon played that extremely well, but it's going to be absolutely negated off of this kickoff goal. Chase able to put that one back in the net, and even though he had a very risky challenge to give up that first goal to the Bandits, he's going to make up for it very nicely with that goal right there, tying the score. There's still 4 minutes left to play, and anything can happen in Forbidden Temple.
Yep, anything can happen in Forbidden Temple, including a Ghost Bacon redirect. Ooh, it would have been great. But instead, it's not going to come through. Shadows with the save. Shadows not getting the clear that he wanted. I think he wanted a ceiling pinch, Marco shot, if you will, but instead, that one not going to come through as Chase now looking for the long clear, and he finds it, but Tizzy is the one who's going to be on the receiving end. Shadow says, you might get the touch, but you're not going to get much more than that, as a demo comes through, and Jonesy says the same thing to Vex. Ghost Bacon now says, fine, I'll take control. I'll try to get it clear. Chase shuts that one down. Shadows quickly on top of that one, and a little awkward play here. Chase's shot not going to go in. He can hit that on target anywhere, but he just puts it a little too wide. Vex now, he got the touch, but Ghost Bacon with the dunk. Shadows a little awkward. Nice light touch, trying to get the follow. Tizzy able to get the dunk, though. A nice bang there from Chase. Jonesy kind of awkward, but Jonesy with a beautiful touch there off his own backboard. A good read. Vex with a good 50. Vex looking for another good 50. Jonesy kind of awkward, pops that ball up. Chase with a shot. It's going to hit the backboard. Ghost Bacon able to get the clear. Shadows racing him down. Ghost Bacon, a little bit of time, a little bit of boost, not a whole lot, but he's still able to make a play happen in a combination there of Chase and Vex, able to get that ball cleared. Tizzy, a little awkward, but still able to get a good 50. Jonesy now, faking him out, faking me out. Chase says, I want none of it. I want the goal. That's in the back of your net, buddy. Who are you faking? Because it's not Chase.
Yeah, I really like the taking possession there, but his touch after that taking possession was way too hard. It allows Chase to absolutely pounce on that available space and get that ball before Jonesy was able to. And unfortunately, when you take control like that as last man, your teammates have not rotated back yet. They were still trying to get back. They weren't able to do so and make a save on that ball. A great play from Chase, but a little bit of a misplay from Jonesy. Again, I really like the idea of taking control. He got the fake on him to gain that possession, but then his touch was just a little bit lackluster and he wasn't able to do anything with it.
Good idea, poor execution. Happens to the best of us. Happens to me a lot. As now, Ghost Bacon able to get the clear off of Chase's touch. Ghost Bacon look for the pass over to Jonesy. Jonesy hit it back to him. No, Jonesy's instead going to try for the shot. That one going to hit off the ball, or back wall really high. And Tizzy couldn't get a pass or a shot on target. Now Shadows in the air. 70 boost to work with. Looked for the immediate pass over to Chase. Ghost Bacon had that one read and ready. As Tizzy now with the touch down to Ghost Bacon. Ghost Bacon off the corner. That one going to just hit back over to Shadows as Jonesy playing far enough back to read it and look for the shot off of the clear, but instead it's going to be Shadows with the save. Shadow touch off the ceiling. Looking for the 50 as well, but Ghost Bacon going to take that one to the ground. Trying to get a 50 on Chase, but Chase hits it around one. Jonesy, a little awkward. Still had some boost to work with and still gets a good 50, but Chase was doing a lot there with a little. As now Vex trying to make a play happen here, trying to call his name as Ghost Bacon tries to get a touch, but Shadow's already on top of it. That ball bouncing super dangerously. Guess who's there? It's Chase getting his hat trick.
Yeah, and it seems like we've really found a 1-2 duo with Shadows and Chase. Shadows really paving the way, getting the bumps, getting the beats on players in the Bandits half, and then Chase playing cleanup duty, putting great shots on net, and, I mean, playing great midfield presence as well. I'm really looking for Vex to keep stepping it up as their third man, but if you don't have to play defense with Chase and Shadows playing so well, then I'm not too worried about it because Hypernova look great right now. They look poised to force a Game 5, but you never know what could happen in this last minute. Chase might get a goal here. He's not going to be able to do so, and the Bandits are able to clear it out of their half for a short period of time.
Yeah, it's not a good touch there from Ghost Bacon, but Jonesy able to clean that one up immediately. A little awkward double coming here, but Shadows, who I feel like could just kind of take control as he gets the demo there. Sadly, he also got demoed in the process, so he wasn't able to follow it for a goal. But there's just sometimes where I see Shadows on the ball, like, oh yeah, that's Shadows' ball. It's just, he's just there. He's quick. He's fast, and he's confident. He goes for the balls that he knows he should go for, and he's trying to find a redirect right there. But instead, Jonesy's able to get a save. Jonesy with the touch around one. Jonesy now trying to find a pass, maybe a solo play. A bad 50 there, bounces that ball straight mid. Ghost Bacon and Vex combined midair for that 50, and Shadows now 1v2 here. Maybe looking for a pass, but instead just plays a 50 and wastes even more time off the clock. I'm going to play that one off the back wall. A little awkward chase. He didn't want that one. That one, it was just a little too easy. And they're already up by 2. He just wants to waste some more time. Send us to game 5 here. That ball going to hit the ground. Going to send us to game 5. Hypernova win this one in pretty convincing fashion as well. And, it's just a back and forth. It's a slugfest here. And Hypernova, maybe they can take the knockout shot next time. I mean, someone's got to do it. We're going to game 5, and it is time for another game 5, man. Already, like, it's only stream day 1. We already have 2 game 5s, Ventus, and you can't ask for more on stream.
Yeah, I must have misread the script there that we were gonna win in game 4, or the Bandits were gonna win in game 4. And my prediction was gonna be correct, but I turned the page. It looks like game 5 is what the script says. So Hypernova doing a great job just to force game 5. They looked so good this game, and the Bandits now really in a precarious spot. They didn't look very good, especially on the offensive side of the ball. They kept getting cut down in the midfield by Chase and Shadows, being this very dangerous duo, and their solo plays hadn't worked out so far this game. And so I'm wondering if they're going to try to change anything up, if they're going to continue and play the way they were that allowed them to win 2 games, or if they're going to change things and try to go for more passing plays, or maybe not so much of the solo play side and just trying to bait out the Hypernova squad. But either way, game 5, the only thing that could be better than this is an overtime.
Game 5 overtime. That's a doable thing. I think it is going to be a nice bounce back here for Ghost Bacon and Jonesy and Tizzy as well. Ghost Bacon already proved me wrong. Sorry for saying anything, as Tizzy's able to get a great 50 there. That one's super awkward. Tizzy with one great touch. Doesn't have the boost to get a follow-up, but Chase still awkward. Gets a great touch out the backboard, lands on the backboard, able to follow it. Oh, he was going for the ground pinch too. If Chase is able to make that play happen, Ventus, that's just not something you see in Prospect. Like, that's just a really solid play there. But still, I love the idea there from Chase, but a great clear here from Jonesy. Trying to go for the bump on Chase as well. Chase as last man. Able to get a 50 over towards, that was Vex. As Shadows was downfield. Vex with the shot. Vex with the goal. Oh, baby, he's on the board. Vex, tired of not getting his name called. Able to switch to the Finnick, make some plays happen here, and a great shot here to the... Oh, man, what a beautiful shot there to the right side.
Yeah, I mean, perfectly placed. You have a defender all in your face. That's the only spot available to be shot at, and Vex placing it perfectly off the bounce. And I mean, Hypernova just starting off once again on the strong foot. Chase, a great save once again, holding down the defense for this Hypernova squad. Bandits really struggling to get much going, with Chase just really shutting them down on defense. Bandits really gotta look to get some aggression going. They need the midfield presence back, and they need to get some more beats in the midfield. I feel like they slowed down a little bit. Jonesy with a close redirect there, not able to find the shot on net, and once again the ball is going to be falling back into the Bandits half. We see this very frequently. Hypernova, when they gain the pressure, they are able to just hold on for the rest of the game. You do not want them to get a lead very far into this game number 5, especially if you want to force OT, if you want to take it for the Bandits, but Hypernova need to show that they can hold on.
And you know what? Holding on is one thing that they, I feel like they're good at. Like Chase on defense, I'll trust Chase on defense in any prospect game. You kidding me? This man has been locked down as he's gonna get a save right here. Not the best touch though. That ball's gonna bounce mid, but Vex could have had a banger shot, but instead it's just still a great clear as Chase now taking his time, gets a fake around one. Chase with a pass around another. Oh my goodness, Vex was there for the shot, but a great save there from Jonesy. Shadows now looking for the double off the corner. Tizzy able to get the save. Trying to get a double himself. Vex with a nice touch. That one a little awkward there for Jonesy. Still able to make the epic save as Ghost Bacon with the 50 on Chase. Jonesy looking for Ghost Bacon downfield. Ghost Bacon with a nice touch. Vex a little awkward. Still able to make one touch. Ghost Bacon with a little control. A little bit of boost. Oh, a nice pass. Tizzy's there. Oh, and it sneaks in. Chase had the save, but it wasn't enough in a 1-1 game here. Halfway through. Oh, my goodness. Ventus, we got a game.
Yeah, I mean, a great play there from Ghost Bacon. Able to get the beat on 2 players. Teeing that one up for Tizzy, and a great, shot, save, into post, double top for Tizzy. It doesn't matter how the ball goes in the net as long as it goes in the net. A good equalizer for the Bandits. A good statement that they're not out yet. They are still in this game. They were able to close the shooting difference from Hypernova that they had gained earlier in this in game number 5. They're now out shooting 5-3. They started to gain their midfield presence back. It's going to be very dangerous for Hypernova going forward.
Yep, and I feel like the Bandits team, all 5 of these games, I feel like they're like Reggie Gigas. They just got that slow start ability. They don't start heating up until it's necessary. And maybe Vex has that too, because this man has decided to pop off here in game number 5. And when it comes down to clutch time, you need a player like this who just steps up with what a shot.
Yeah, I mean, that's, again, perfectly placed. I don't think you could place that ball any better than Vex was able to do, and he really has stood out. Shadow's not really having as much of a game, but he doesn't need to. When you can have players on your team step up like Vex is right now, it doesn't matter who pops off in which game, as long as you get the win. There is almost a goal comes out from Bandits to equalize the scoring once again. But Hypernova hold on, continuously showing the resilience that they have on the defensive side of the ball. Chase having 4 saves once again already, and I mean, this is just such a great game.
Jonesy has to get a save there. That one also going to bounce straight back to him. Jonesy has an opportunity here with a nice touch. We're going for the double, but it's going to be Vex scoring his hat trick. Psych, I lied. That's your own nets. That one going to be the equalizer here, and a minute 18 remaining. It's a great shot from Jonesy. Vex just a little out of position, wasn't quite ready for it. So, I mean, you can't really blame him. He last man back. One more you can do, but he did put that one away, and he almost had a hat trick.
Yeah, I mean, it was perfectly placed. I can say that. He's had 3 perfectly placed shots so far this game. Unfortunately, just one of them seemed to be on his own net. And, I mean, you can't really blame him. You were talking about how he was last back in an awkward spot. He had a player chasing him for a bump. And, I mean, there are a bunch of factors that made it so he couldn't get there in time. But that doesn't matter. All that matters now is that the score is even 2-2 with just under 1 minute remaining. Chase trying to bring this ball into the Bandits' net, but a double commit. Sorry, all 3 players committed for Hypernova. No. This might be a counterattack, but the ball bounces out very nicely in just 30 seconds remaining. Both teams look like they want to win this game, but only one is going to be able to do it.
And we might just have an overtime brewing. Vex looking for the backboard pass. Shadows is going to be there. A double commit here from the Bandits, still able to win that 50, so no harm, no foul yet. Chase diving in. Chase looking for the pass to Shadows, and he's there with the pre-flip shot. Shadows quiet all game, buying his time. Doesn't make a sound until it's time to strike. Barely able to get a shot there, but the connection, the duo was able to make it happen. And with 16 seconds left, we have barely any time to decide the winner here. This one gonna be a nail biter. Jonesy looking for the shot off the backboard. Vex with a great touch off the backboard. Thought that one is going to go over his head. A defensive stand here. Shadows maybe looking for the last shot. It's going to go in. That's the nail in the coffin. Hypernova able to put this one away, Ventus. And 2 great goals here from Shadow. After a quiet game 5, he puts this one on ice.
Yeah, I mean, this is a fantastic way to end the series. Back and forth the entire time. Bandits had pressure. Hypernova had pressure. And, I mean, it really came down to Vex stepping up for this Hypernova squad. Chase has been playing phenomenally all series. Shadow has been very good all series, even when we thought he was being a little quiet. Then he just pops off, scores 2 goals. Hypernova, beautiful showing. It seems like they did not need Wolfie after all. I'm not sure if I saw him in the chat earlier. I'm not sure if this was a decision that the team made that those 3 are the starters going forward, or if Wolfie just couldn't make it to this game. But I mean, either way, these teams look like 2 of the top prospect league teams, and even though Bandits are going to start out 0-1 record, they honestly, if I'm another prospect league team and I'm watching this, I'm a little bit worried about how they were playing anyways.
Yeah, and I think, Bandit's got a couple things to work out. I think specifically defensive double commits, I think there were too many. But like whenever they had a counterattack going, it was instant. It was quick. But obviously, then we do have a very solid two prospects, very solid prospect teams, but instead it is just going to be a nice quality win here for the Hypernova, and so that's going to do it here for us tonight. And shout out to anybody that subbed tonight. Thank you guys. Real quick, if you want to go ahead. Oh yeah, we got our premium subscribers as well. We got to shout them out. And the novice here, we have Ruby, Sub-Zero, Yerks, Challengers here. We got Crow, Terra, Dissa, Flame Intruder, and Wiggle. And obviously in the Titan tier, we got Fenrir, Jax, Parker, and Speed. Really, shout out to you guys. You guys, we can't do this without you. So appreciate it. Shout out to Rockerman for streaming. Ventus, thanks for joining me in the booth, man. It was a great day one. And shout out to all the players for putting on a great performance.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't ask for a much better night. We had 2 game 5s, some crazy upsets, some sub-ups from the Novice League, it looks like. That's what Ghost Bacon was saying. And, I mean, overall, just a great way to start out Nemesis Season 13. I'm so excited for Wednesday's matchups. Hopefully, I'll be back in the booth. Hopefully, you'll be back in the booth, and you guys will see us shortly. But, it's going to wrap us up for tonight, at least, like, Flip not really agreeing that he's going to be in the booth Wednesday.
I won't be here. But, I know it's going to be great either way. But that's going to do it for us here tonight. I know Rocketman's got a JOB to get to. I won't say that word. And so now we're going to end it here. Thank you guys for joining us. Join us back on Wednesday at the same 8 EST start time. And we'll be back for 3 more amazing Nemesis League games. It is just game day 1. We're just getting started. But we will be back later. Doses!